Oh, man.
Yeah.
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 Happy Wednesday, everyone.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the pre-show. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, we're a bit late today. I had to take care of a few things. I got a bagel that I thought was a plain bagel, but someone had put some cream cheese on it with a knife that had pesto on it.
Oh.
So it ended up being a pesto bagel.
That sounds
Which at
kind
first
of good,
I was like,
though.
but yeah, when you're not expecting pesto though,
yeah, it's a bold flavor.
therein lies the problem. You know, it
It's
kind of
like-
ruined the bagel for me, truth be
Oh,
told.
that's annoying.
And I shouldn't be eating bagels anyway.
Where'd you even get a bagel?
Down to the Ocean Cafe. I always forget that the Java on Ocean is right there. I always go to the Fog Lifter, but Java on Ocean's got better coffee and better service.
That's
and
the one on
better
the other
snacks.
side of the street that looks more fun, right?
Yeah, it looks like a
a jungle.
like it belongs in Harry Potter.
Oh,
It's kind of like a
that's
Harry
definitely not where
Potter.
I was going.
Which one are you thinking about?
Is there
Well, I'm
like
thinking
a
about
jungle Java cafe or something like that?
I think we're
Different?
talking about the
Okay.
same place. This one looks like it belongs in Hogsmeade.
Okay, yeah,
Where it's
that
like
makes sense.
Swiss Valley Robinsons on top and all that stuff.
Oh man, I love Swiss Family Robinson.
What's that?
Said I love Swiss Family Robinson.
I don't think I even know what that reference is. I think it just came out of my mouth, and I
It's
don't think
this
I've ever watched it.
family
They're
that
the ones that
got
lived in the trees?
shipwrecked onto an island.
Yeah.
It's like an old like 1950s or 60s Disney movie. And there's this one where like they're all on these different animals, like one's on a tiger and one's on an ostrich, and they do these races. And I always thought that part was really cool.
Which one's the one they fight Nazis at the end and sing on a Glen?
Oh,
Sound of Music. That's
that
what it
one
was.
took me. I was like, they fight something, but I don't remember what that is.
We got the chat. What's up, Dolphin Corn? It just says bagel. Thank you for your Ask Andy Anything question today on KFAF.
Bagels
It
are
was
so good.
electrifying.
I will say. Bagel sandwiches, life changing, but only the breakfast ones. I don't really like normal bagel sandwiches. I think it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I just feel like you got the bagel. It's perfect. Why do you need to put more shit in it? Although I say that, and I will put some smoked salmon on top of my
Are you
bagel
here for
occasionally.
good, or are you dropping things off?
I'm so bummed. The Bill Burr was at Punchline yesterday.
Yeah.
And everyone started posting that don't even try to get in. All the security guards posted like, do not fucking ask me. Don't try to get in.
Get out my seat, Joey. I don't even. It's hard to do it backwards. Of like, where does everybody sit?
Andy
Get
sits,
out my seat, Joey.
Andy sits there.
I'm Andy.
Andy.
I know, but he's not here. Somebody else was here this weekend.
In the office?
That was cool. No, at Punchline.
Tom
Green.
Green was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and Tom Green ended up actually going and doing a set at Punchline. And Nick Scarpino was with him as well. But did not go
Ooh.
up. And everyone's like, oh, Nick's going to go
That's
up.
a
And he just
bummer.
didn't end up going up. I think he just didn't want to.
Well,
It's always very interesting because when I think it was Clusterfest was happening, there was no, it wasn't Clusterfest. There was a couple bigger people that were up in town just doing other shows. And I think Jamie Kennedy stopped by to do a show.
Dang.
And that was so...
My
it's
mom?
It's so weird to be at a place like Punchline that people actually want to go perform at just because of its namesake. Because it's not a
Yeah.
very big club, and it's not like Cobb's. You're not making a lot of money off of it, presumably. But it's so cool to see them be like, oh yeah, it's Sunday. I'll stop by before I go back to LA. And Jamie Kennedy actually did pretty well. But apparently Tom Green was fucking hilarious.
really?
Yeah, I
You didn't believe it? You don't believe Tom Green being funny?
We had this conversation in the office like yesterday, the day before, of like, I don't really get Tom Green as a
Stand-up?
comedian, performer, whatever.
You
on
know-
It was
tour,
definitely a moment.
whatever you want to
A
call
long
him.
moment.
I watched a
I love
review.
the Tom Green show.
yeah. Green
This
Tom
is
Show.
the Tom Green show.
It's not the Green Tom show. This is my favorite show.
I watched-
because it is my show. It's a Tom Green show.
I watched a review of Freddie Got Fingered that actually made me really respect that movie. And because I didn't realize at the time, I just thought I was like, this is just an abomination of a comedy. Like, he's not even trying. I didn't realize at the time that was the point of it, that it was a meta commentary on how much just wasting Hollywood's money. So the entire thing,
really?
yeah. If you go back and watch it, he wins a ton of money, and then at the very, very end, he spends all of his money fucking with his dad and sending him someplace, and it's totally useless. And that was legitimately what he set out to do with Freddie Got Fingered, was to take a ton of money from Hollywood and waste it.
Daddy, would you
Literally
like
waste
some
it.
sausage?
Daddy, would you like some
Daddy,
sausage? But when I saw that review, I was like, I cannot believe that he did that. That makes me love him so much more. And also, what a dumb shit.
Remember when he was
just tanking his own career like that?
Remember when he was with
But
Drew
God bless him.
Barrymore?
Yeah, he was married to her. for a
Yeah.
while.
Remember when he was with Drew Barrymore in
On
Charlie's Angels?
He
I
was
do
on the
remember that.
boat.
I do remember that.
Gosh, it's so
The
good.
Chad.
The Chad,
My friend,
yes.
my friend Chad
Chad.
Opitz, who was a hilarious comedian in San Francisco, opened for him at at Cobb's and put up that video because his name's Chad, and he's like, "I did pretty well tonight. Do you think it was the Chad?" And then turned the camera over, and Tom Green's like, "No, definitely not the Chad."
I love that.
Pretty fun, but good for him.
Good for him. You know what I mean? Not enough people saying good for Tom Green these days.
You know?
Yeah.
What does he do now? I don't ever see
He's
him
got a
anymore.
YouTube
Well,
channel.
Andy reminded
Oh,
me
right, he
that
does.
he hosted those weird video game awards last year.
Oh, the CBS ones?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
He did.
Wow.
Or he hosted the red carpet, I think.
He did the thing that was like in the weird lobby.
Carpet.
Wasn't it in the lobby of like a movie theater or something?
Yeah,
or like
I think
a
it was
theater?
the red carpet part.
Yeah, and
he
they
was
set it
just
up.
like talking to Ninja, and he was very clear he had no idea who that was.
No.
Other than the 3 talking points he got.
Do you want to know? All right, everybody lean in. Everybody lean in. Audience, don't tell him, okay? Don't tell him. We have I produced my first KFAF bit.
Ooh.
Remember this? From
Yeah, it's
yesterday?
great.
It
This is
gets
a
here
great
tomorrow.
bit.
I bought Ninja's book, How to Be a Gamer or whatever, and I'm gonna have Nick on KFAF do dramatic readings to let Nitro Rifle know how to actually be a gamer
Yeah.
and not be a struggling
We're
Twitch
gonna
streamer.
surprise. We're gonna surprise him on the show next week with
Don't
that.
ruin it. Don't
be
ruin
that-
it, kids. Don't
don't
be
be
the
that
people.
person.
Don't do it.
Lexi says, "Do you guys hear that Dave Chappelle's coming out with a Netflix special
He
this
is.
weekend?"
Yeah,
I did not know
he's got another
that.
one dropping.
That's about that time. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
it's been a couple years probably since his last one.
Real
Oh,
quick,
it's been like a year, right?
Well, since his last one dropped.
Yeah.
But I don't know when he recorded it. I don't know. I'm always weirded out by like, do they record it and then 6 months later it goes live, or I don't know.
real
Because
quick.
he did like 2 back to back.
Well, they
Didn't he?
released 2.
They released.
back-to-back.
That's right. That's what it was. So I don't know. What were you gonna say?
No, it's fine. I saw somebody in the chat ask, "Hey, you said there was new party mode out today. I don't see it. It's on Patreon." Tomorrow, Wednesday's new party modes post. Today's is the Proving Grounds from Borderlands 3. That'll be up though for free. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames tomorrow. I'm gonna tweet about it right now.
The person I'm excited
Right
about
now.
though is to see what Eddie Murphy does when he comes back. Because he's got
Is
one.
he?
Yeah. I think it's confirmed that he's doing a Netflix special. Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah. It's his first comedy special since like Delirious or Raw, whichever one was last.
I think Raw was last.
Was Raw the last one? Yeah. Because Delirious was the first one that was like he was
I
the
hope
red.
he just comes out. And
Oh, I
says,
think he
"Fuck
will.
it
I think he
all."
will.
Dr. Do
Dr.
little
Doolittle.
good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do a lot of bad.
Hercules. Hercules.
He'll get there.
Remember
He'll
that?
I hope that he just like
Hercules.
goes all out, like pretends it's the 80s still. I want him to come out in some tight leather.
Yes,
that would be
Like,
amazing.
100%.
Bright, tight leather.
It'll be interesting because when Chappelle came back though, he was very much criticized for being very tone deaf to what's happening in culture, and he quickly made a joke about it, but also pivoted pretty hardly and like addressed it in the following special. So like those first couple ones that he put out, the one that was in like I think one was in Chicago and the other one was in like
Austin.
Austin.
Holy cow.
Those two did not age very well, but yeah, $70 million deal for stand up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Think about that, and everyone
I wonder
is
if
going
that's
to
attached
watch
to
it.
that Dolomite trailer too. Like if they did some sort of package thing with him.
I don't know. All I know is I think that he announced it a little bit on Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee because he was the very first episode, and it was a
Yeah.
longer episode. And there was a moment where he goes,
Is that the one they split into 2?
No, that was the Ricky Gervais one where they got stuck in a traffic. That was as compelling as that could possibly get. But he talked about how Seinfeld's like, when are you going to come back? And he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But he was like, I don't know how because I have to work stuff out at clubs, and every time I go anywhere, like the second he walks up on stage, it's going to make national headlines. Eddie Murphy back on stage at the Comedy Store. Like, what's he going to do? So he just needs to eat a little slice of humble pie, and it's not even that. It's that he just needs to get his head wrapped around sucking for a long time until he develops it. But he's still, even on Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee, he's fucking hilarious, and you forget how smart he is. So I think he can come out with some heat. But it'll be interesting to see what
It's
kind
going
of
to
heat.
be really interesting.
Can you check Prime?
Because I hope he brings the same energy. Just, it's going to need to be adapted for modern audiences.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
We'll see. Well, he can't go out and
No, he
and say
cannot
the
be
things.
old Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he can't use that like the F word a lot and all that stuff. He just can't do that. But I mean, judging from his performance on Comedians and Cars, like he still understands what's happening in the world. It's just we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We're checking Kind of Funny Prime right now to see what went wrong with party mode and why I didn't post there.
Andy did it at like 3 o'clock this morning.
Schmandy.
Kind of funny. Prime. Silver.
Gold, right? Right?
Yeah.
It says silver, but yes, it is gold.
No, I've never done that.
Sweet. I can go do it.
Yeah, I put it on the standard party mode or on games. I just forgot we do it on.
That's no big deal. Yeah,
It was one of those things where like
It's not on Prime, but it'll be on Prime as soon as Joey gets back to her desk.
it's a thing that Joey always does, but I just did not tell her anything this week.
Yeah.
Because I just forgot, and so I'm up late. I was up late editing the thing. I was like, I totally forgot about party mode. Let me make a thumbnail and let me figure out how
I like the
Patreon
thumbnail, right?
works because I haven't worked on Patreon in a while.
Mr. Yasman 300 Studios says, Nick, are you excited about Coming to America 2? Everyone is coming back, and Wesley Snipes is in it. No, and I'll tell you
Always
why.
been black.
Beverly Hills Cop 3. That's why I'm not
That's
excited.
why.
Did they announce that?
No, they made
Okay.
that movie.
Oh.
If you remember, a long time ago, and it was horrible. It was basically Beverly Hills Cop in an amusement park in LA. It was bad.
That doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound like something
not
I'd want to
good.
watch.
Sounds like Three Ninjas 4. Cameron Kennedy says, as a kid, I knew him from Daddy Daycare and Shrek. It was a while before I knew he was known for much other different stuff. And that's my thing is, growing up with him, Nutty Professor and Dr. Dolittle,
Yeah.
I had no idea that Raw and Delirious existed until I was like maybe 20.
Pluto Nash.
And I watched him and it blew my, Pluto.
Well, first off, Pluto Nash
Meet
not as bad as
Dave.
everyone thought it was.
Oh,
Dave.
meet Dave, sure. How lest we forget.
You do forget Eddie Murphy, for those of you not aware or weren't born in this time, owned the fucking 80s. Like, when it came to comedy, he was the shit.
Saved Saturday Night Live.
He definitely saved Saturday Night Live. But then once he left and he came out with Beverly Hills Cop, and then, I mean, you look at all the movies he did in the 80s, and it is unfucking believably, they're all good. 48 Hours is great. We don't talk about another 48 Hours. We just want to talk
Nick
about that.
Nolte, remember him?
Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2 are fantastic. Coming to America is great.
96
legitimately great. Golden Child is what it is. Nick Nolte, yeah, playing the super racist cop in 48 Hours.
Why
you go back and
not?
watch that, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Nick Nolte, no.
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to like this character or not, but he certainly is super racist. Let's put it that way. But yeah, so I'm excited to see if he comes back with an edge, because that was the thing. He had kids. He said he had kids, but really what happened is I think he got caught with a prostitute and decided that he needed to be more family friendly.
I do remember
and
that.
so he started doing that. So, and he crushed it. I mean, he did all that stuff, Haunted Mansion, all that stuff. Like, everyone knows him from Shrek or Dr. Dolittle and all that stuff. Or what was the Clumps? That was what
Nutty
it was.
Professor.
Nutty Professor, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So those series, hey, they're great. But I just want him to go back to like super edgy, hard,
see.
like R-rated comedies. Like, I think that would just be fucking amazing.
PS Wee says, today's ad-free games daily is set to private, so we can't see it. Not a big deal. I thought you should know. So there was an issue where we don't have ads this week on Games Daily,
Whoop, whoop.
which creates a
Well, I guess it's bad, but
conundrum in the algorithm. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but the problem is on YouTube, two videos can't exist that are the same thing.
Right.
So Cool Greg tried uploading two versions of the same thing, and it like messed everything up. So just watch the YouTube version. That's the version. It's the same thing.
yeah, today
They're
we
just
were
not
running
this week.
late, so I didn't even do the normal ad for party mode or the ad I've been doing all week for party mode and for We Have Cool Friends.
Yeah, sorry about that though.
Must be taken off.
Apologies. Point of clarification. Nick Nolte, I don't believe is racist. His character in 48 Hours is racist. I don't want to be quoted as saying Nick Nolte is. Maybe he is. I don't know Nick Nolte. I'm just saying the character was supposed to be mildly racist, or was racist, and that's why when he has to team up with a black guy, they have that chemistry. It is an uncomfortable movie to watch, but it's still a good movie. Also, Nick Nolte being an angel has fallen. I can't believe they're still making those movies. Are you familiar with this?
Is that like the
Wait, Nick
Olympus Has
Nolte's
Fallen?
in it?
Dude, I can't believe that it's a franchise.
Yeah.
I saw
They're
the trailer
fast
for
and
this, I was
furious
like,
in this, bro, and I think we need
didn't
to get on the
realize
ground
that the
floor.
Fallen thing, it's like, oh, these are all related. Olympus and London and now Angel?
Angel. So
Well,
Angel
what
is,
does that mean?
So
The
Olympus
person?
Olympus is the president.
Oh.
Or was the White House rather?
Yeah.
And when Olympus has fallen, it means someone took the White House.
Got
so that was
it.
the code that said Gerard Butler as the head Secret Service, like Olympus has fallen. We have to like retake it, and then London has fallen. The president was in London, and now his code name is Angel, and apparently he's fallen.
Oh,
Exactly.
We set
Gerard
up
Butler's in trouble.
I mean, he's always in trouble. He was in trouble ever since
They
he
set
did
him up.
300. Everyone's like, "What are you gonna do next?" And he did
No, he
nothing.
met the
They
character.
set him up now. The Butler did it.
Clue.
Clue?
Great movie.
Good movie.
I'll
actually.
tell you what. I closed my eyes. I was like, oh, it feels good. To just,
You tired?
Yeah.
Run me through it, because what's your schedule, Ben? We obviously were in Toronto.
Uh-huh.
We had a great time, ate some great steaks, ate some
yeah.
bad corn dogs. Then flew out here, landed, came to work.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with your schedule since then. So Monday to now, catch me up.
Monday to now. Edited party mode. Well, the thing is, I cheated because I slept like a lot on the plane. Because Joey
Sure.
was like, "Have you crossed the 24-hour mark?" I was like, "Well, no," because we woke up at 3:30 a.m. for our flight.
3:30 a.m.
Eastern.
time, which
Yeah.
is midnight 30.
Yeah, midnight. Yeah,
Midnight
12:30
30.
a.m. here in San Francisco. So I had crossed the 24-hour mark. I'd gone like 26 hours, but like I slept on the plane, so that doesn't really count. I slept like 4 hours on the plane.
But plane sleep's not real sleep.
It's not. It's like bonus.
It's not
sleep.
restful.
My neck was hurting so
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Anyway, so I got back.
I had this little lady next to me. It looked like she died.
Got back and we had
She
to
was very, very old. Like, I can't believe they let her on the plane.
Oh, that's not good.
we had to put a party mode Wednesday, right? And it was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a shorter one because the mode was only that long, and that's all we played of it. So that shouldn't take too long. And luckily, I I learned from last week, and I rolled back to last year's version of Premiere.
Oh.
And have noticed like
More
a decent
stability?
amount of performance improvements.
Performance enhancing improvements.
Huh?
PEDs. No, PEDs.
Oh, performance. So we finished party mode right on Monday, I think, and I stayed pretty late doing that.
Okay.
So I left the studio like at 1:30 in the morning, and then went to bed. Bam, 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 back at it.
Bam,
but
bam,
again, I
bam.
wasn't feeling horrible because I did sleep a bit on the plane.
Sure.
And then KFAF.
Sure.
I knew I was going to be a bigger at it, and because the audio was so bad on the cell phones and the places that we were in were so loud and like there's all this ambient noise. So everything had I subtitled everything. It didn't have to be subtitled, but I think it helped out a lot because there's a lot of words that get lost.
I like it. I don't like listening. I like reading.
Yeah, and so that went up, but I left the
We're
studio.
gonna let that slide. Okay, just making sure we all heard it. We're just gonna let that one keep going.
Yeah, to be fair, you did a great job of doing. Like my favorite thing about the subtitles, you didn't just subtitle it. You Andy subtitled
Color-coded.
it, which was I don't know if they were color coded or not, but they were like the person talking had the bigger ones, and then if someone was off camera, it was literally off to like the right or left. I noticed that little touch.
just to kind of
I noticed that touch, bro.
Yeah.
What's going to be even more fun is I'm going to check your subtitles against the auto subtitle function from YouTube and see which one got it right.
All right. Well, we'll see if the audio, if it even holds up, because there's like, again,
No
it's
fucking way.
You hear like music in the background, and you hear like from the fucking wheels. That was so loud.
wheels.
No,
There's
you can hear
so
people. You can
many
hear people
wheels.
listening though. But I will say this: I love watching. You guys ever scroll through the YouTube app, and you'll see if you stop, it starts auto playing now with the subtitles. If you have those turned
really?
on,
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's really really cool. But it's not good. The subtitling tool at YouTube
Yeah.
does not understand people's accents. It's super racist against people that have like a British accent. It's just almost comically bad. Like, are you trying to insult these people?
It needs they need like Siri or Google, like, because that shit recognizes voices pretty well, right? And we're talking through a crappy phone mic as opposed to like on a podcast where we're talking in really good microphones. Now, granted, I mess up. I flub words all the time. Dude.
You?
I flub words all the time.
No way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shazam. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of magic.
Superhero
that-
That shit always freaked me out.
It's like, how is it that good? And when it's like, it'll be so loud, and there's like a lot of having people
Yeah.
like conversations. I'm like, I want to know what the song is, and I'll hit it, and it's like 9 out of 10 times it nails it. Then there's the one time where it's like, oh, it can't figure it out, and it's just because it's too loud, and then I get really upset at it. And it's
You
like,
see,
that-
for
that
most of
says
the
a
time
lot
I break it
about
out with
technology.
Jen, it doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah, but it's because the music's light.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like when it's light, it like you just need to angle the thing correctly. You know what I mean?
I think Google now, Kevin, because I remember back in the day we used to have to do Shazam, but now the recent Google update, I think it went through to where you'd say the cue. I don't want to do it because people always get mad. They're
Hey,
like, oh, you
Google.
set my thing off.
Hey,
Yeah,
Google.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, hey Google, what song is playing? And it's not gonna do it right now.
It's even more simpler than that, where it's like now you can set it to auto do it. So now if there's a song playing, you can turn your phone on and it'll be on the home screen.
I normally had that shit off though, just because I hate. I am like
Listen.
full notifications off on my phone. I have like every notification off possible, except for like. Nah, I guess Slack still, but alarms and all that shit. But Twitter can't do it. Instagram can't do it. It's too much. Too much binging. Too much popping.
I'll do Twitter DMs. That's got a notification.
yeah, me too.
Instagram. I don't think I have any.
No,
Maybe no, I don't have
God,
any
no.
notifications on. So
much.
my Yelp notifications are still on. I don't like it, but I haven't gotten annoyed enough to turn it off.
Yeah.
Be like, you're close to this thing, and this person ate short ribs there. I'm like, great. I don't care.
I get text messages. I get phone calls, obviously, and Twitter. If I follow them and they at me, and then DMs. That's it, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, it's just such a battery saver to turn that shit off, though. Helps a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a last resort sort of thing that you should really look into, Tim.
Wow.
Till you get that new iPhone.
My battery's fine.
When's the new iPhone coming out?
I mean, that's the weird thing right now, man. We're getting into no man's land. We've never went.
We're almost
we've
in September, right?
We've never went this far without hearing the event's dates.
Well, because you know why? Because they're pushing that credit card. They want everyone to get the Apple credit card now. I see that fucking everywhere.
I haven't seen it all. What is it?
Really? That's that. I
Apple
mean, I've
credit
been
card.
seeing it all over Instagram and all over Twitter.
all the
It's like,
influencers are getting it now.
yeah, it's just a white card that has your name on it and a chip, and it's just the Apple credit card.
Huh?
I saw someone, I forget which one of our friends was talking about how.
Justine.
What? No.
How innovative
Somebody was
Apple's
talking about. No, it was. Oh God, I want to say it was Drucker or someone was talking about how glad they were that Goldman Sachs was the one responsible for everyone's credit. Like it goes through them.
Yeah.
Because they've been so responsible in the past. Well, it was a dumb joke, but yeah, I don't know. That's
It's just a credit card.
That's
It
weird.
looks nice.
So what
it's
do you-
like the fancy ones we have, but like
No,
the
it's
metal
cool.
ones, but it's white. And
Gotcha.
it doesn't have your name
Simple.
or number or anything on it. Whatever. But yeah, no, it's iPhone
We
11.
think you're really gonna like it.
iPhone 11 Pro is what's it's gonna be called.
Bigger or smaller?
Same size, exact same thing. It's gonna
Faster
have
or shorter?
Right now, it has your dual camera, right? It's gonna have 4.
Faster or shorter?
I don't know. I was gonna say slower, but I was like, they're not gonna make it slower.
Hey, it's M-Rob.
I was gonna say Marissa Robertson is the card here.
Yeah.
Kev, you mind showing them? There you go.
It's M-Rob from Canada.
She must have been the one tweeting about like, why'd they steal my identity and put it on this credit card? What? You're Mr. Credit Card, Tim. Does it get me something good if I use it?
Not really. Like it's
don't get
vanity.
free-
It's really nice and fancy metal stuff.
Sure, who doesn't
But,
like
like,
metal stuff?
The United card
My metal
for
card
me
is like falling apart.
tore it up.
What?
Yeah. It's like. Look at
Oh
all the
wow, yeah,
cards.
that looks like crap. What did you do to it? Did you put it through the
I don't
washing
know.
machine?
It's got some
No.
sort of veneer on the
Mine
front
looks
of it
great.
that's coming off.
Mine looks
Yeah.
brand new. I could
see
throw
it.
it through your face if I wanted to.
Like a ninja star?
Yeah.
You gonna ninja star me, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, this has.
Ooh, it's
that's-
gross.
Yeah, because it's got this
Ooh.
plastic part on front of it that has the
Ooh,
actual
I don't
chip
like
in it.
that. I don't
Yeah,
like
it
that at
sucks.
all.
So
Ooh.
they
Ooh.
basically
Rip it
just
off.
took what they did to you here, Tim, is they cut a plastic card in half and glued it to a piece of metal.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Visa
Cheap,
Sapphire
dude.
card.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Account number.
Account number
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Expiration date.
Yeah. So anyway,
CVC
iPhone
code.
11 Pro. You gotta imagine it's coming next month. New iPads, new Apple Watches, all that stuff.
You upgrading? We already asked you that question, but I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
mean, well,
the answer.
course,
now
he's Tim.
they made it too easy. Like
You just- every year you're gonna do it.
with the Apple upgrade program. It's like you're stupid not to take advantage of it.
I still don't understand it.
Just stupid like
I've been a
stupid
part
like
of it for
fox.
2 years now, and I went in there. I'm like, give me the new phone. They're like, cool, and I'll give us money. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of the upgrade program if I'm giving you money?
You're doing it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're doing it wrong. The idea is you're supposed to be able to go in there and they just give you a phone and then extend the contract out.
You just
a couple
then-
years.
There's
Yeah,
still
it's a year.
taxes
They
and
You're
stuff.
basically just
they
paying
throw a phone in
15
your
or
30
$25
You pay
a year.
like $25.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need to go in together when we do it
Okay.
because I
You have to
definitely paid
have
like
it.
100 some odd dollars.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm totally doing it wrong.
I went
'Cause
to a
I'm-
bigher phone. Does that make sense?
That's why.
definitely
Like
why.
the
You have to pay the
size.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so this year
You should be
they
good.
they put out the exact same size phone. I go in there. I'm like, give me the 11 Pro. They're like, here you
pay
go.
for the taxes
We had that
or
at Best Buy called the
whatever it is.
buyback program, where you
Turn on
you
the
pay,
phone.
you pay for this, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's now that the 2-year contract thing doesn't exist anymore. This is just kind of the standard.
Got it.
You're basically
Because I told the story
You're
of how
basically leasing the phone forever.
I used to
in
rip off Best
perpetuity.
Buy all the time. Like we had the buyback program, so it was like a thing you would buy in addition to your phone, granting that when you wanted to trade in that phone that you bought, you'd get like crazy maximum value on it. But we got crazy discounts on these $700 phones that we'd get them for like $350.
So you'd get it. And then
So I
just
was
sell
getting
it back.
phones for free for like I went through like fucking 6 phones a year. Like it was so stupid.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
At any point, did you guys go out in the back of the Best Buy and like break neon bowls, like 40-year-old virgin? Did you guys ever do that?
No, we never did
It's
that.
too bad.
What's the
Missed
craziest
opportunity.
thing you did at Best Buy? The most
Craziest-
illegal thing you did at Best Buy.
Oh,
The most
nothing. I thought you
damningly
just like we
they're
would
gonna
like.
come get you across state lines.
I just meant like the fun stuff we would do is like
you pork?
after closing hours we would just like throw footballs across like the whole like
Store.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, that
It was
sounds
awesome.
so fun.
It was really cool.
That's
hit
like
stuff? Did you break stuff?
exciting.
That's
no, we didn't break
exciting.
Like, that would make me nervous. Like, don't hit the TV. Like, it's cool. It's like football, but like with
Yeah.
actual stakes.
Bounce it off the washing machine. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your best friends, Greg Miller, alongside the producer / seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Now, when I asked Andy in the pre-show whether or not he had sex in a Best Buy, he
Oh,
dodged that question.
Did you pork?
I didn't hear what you said.
Did you pork?
God, that is nasty, Nick.
Did you pork?
But
I never
Hispanic heartthrob Andy Cortez. Were people porking in the Best Buy back in wherever
Gosh, I
Texas?
don't know, man.
They must have been, right?
They had to.
Remember in Varsity
Feel bad
Blues when
for
she
you.
fucks him in the washing machine? I imagine that's what it's like.
I don't want your
You're like,
life.
what a movie.
I'll also tell you, I've also been working on this, guys. I've also been working on this. Well, Mr. Potter. We're working on it.
It's getting there.
It sounds like he's gargling.
Yeah, that was some gargling shit.
Somebody save Snake. He's drowning.
10 points from Gryffindor.
Mr.
it's getting
Mr.
there.
Potter. Oh, mine's better than yours.
Mr. Potter.
Mr. Potter.
No, his is better. Yeah.
Mr. Potter.
Mr. Potter.
I really don't like it.
Not from a Jedi.
Yes. That's what it seems.
Over there, 30, under 30,
Yeah.
AKA the second best baby blues in San Francisco, AKA the verified one at Tim Gettys.
Let's him host.
Yeah, yes, Nick Scarpino.
I'd like to put a motion on the table. For
I'd
everyone to
love
vote
some
on.
motion in this ocean.
I'd like to put a motion on that we call Tim 30 over 30 now for the rest of his
Oh,
life.
that's rude.
Well, he's over 30.
Oh, he doesn't like that though. You know.
Motion denied. Let's
Motion
vote.
denied.
Okay.
It's just factual. He's
No,
so.
what's crazy is we were talking.
got
Me
the
and Nick
award.
were talking about this a couple days ago on the drive to, I don't know, lunch. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Probably to the mall.
Yes,
where we
it's
go
always
together.
the goddamn mall.
To the mall or the Hawaiian
like,
place.
it's crazy to think about how old we all are now compared to when we started
God,
Kind
right?
of Funny and all that. Like Barrett is, I don't know, how old is he now? 24, 25?
Something like that. Mid-20s.
4? He was 23. I remember. I don't think he
At
just
some
turned
point he was
24.
24, but I don't know if he's turned 25 yet. But I was 25 when I left IGN.
Yeah. I was
And you
25
were
when I
talking about
started
yeah,
IGN.
and it's like to think about that. That's
IGN, I
that's
started the
nuts.
company.
Like when we, Colin was 30 before we left
Yeah.
IGN, and he was second youngest.
Youngest, yeah.
Yeah.
Greg's always a little bit older than
Hey, it's
him,
me,
and then
everybody,
I'm
Greg.
Ancient.
Old.
Yeah, it's crazy to think
It's
about.
very weird,
But I'm
man.
30 now.
I mean,
It's
I'm
like
going to be turning 40
adult
next
shit.
year.
Barrett's 24.
4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
Like Bernie was turning 40 when we were first starting. It felt
My
like.
one of my friends was like, we were talking over the weekend. He was like, "What do you do for your 40th? Like a bunch of us are turning 40. Are you gonna throw one big 40 party?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing my 40 or my 40. If I'm doing anything, it's gonna be whatever I want to do. And right now, I'm angling toward massive skydiving party. What do you guys think? You guys
Massive
in?
skydiving.
No?
Edward
Okay.
40 hands, man.
Oh, that's
Come
great.
on,
What does that
yeah.
mean? I don't understand it.
It's where you take two 40s and you duct tape
Oh,
your hands
God,
and you
until
can't
you
get them up
finish
until
it.
you finish
Terrible
it.
idea. How
Hey,
do you
40.
pee?
Yeah, there
Just
was
pee in
always
your
people
pants.
at school that did the Edward 40 hands.
At school, wow.
Yeah.
Dangerous. How'd you hide it from the
Second
teacher?
period chemistry.
Like, I hope beer goes with this.
Just mix it all up. No, yeah, it's ridiculous how young we all were.
Ridiculous.
I got another Harry Potter reference. We're doing
In
Harry
review.
Potter in review. If you didn't know, everybody's very into it. But yeah, you look back at that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And now we're so old.
Like
So
I
old.
can't imagine being Barrett's age.
No,
Yeah.
24,
You used
whole
to
life
be.
ahead of you.
I did used
Yeah.
to be. Yeah.
When
I
I
was-
met you, you were younger than Barrett's
I was
age.
younger than Barrett.
I was 23 when I started at IGN.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 20, just barely 25. No, almost 26.
I was always the old dude, so I'm not used to like.
But you look so young. I hate it.
I'm not used to being
Yeah,
the
you're
young
confusing.
dude because like I went to. I spent so much time like not in college, so when I was actually in college and at the Art Institute, everybody was like 18, 19, 20, and I was always like the 24-year-old guy.
Yeah.
The 25.
You were the one that could buy them all beer.
24-year-old guy.
Huh?
Smart. You were the one that could buy them all beer, so they liked you. They're like, let's get the old guy to buy us beer.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's go into a Best Buy and pork.
Yeah, I had just turned 21 going to IGN.
Isn't that wild?
Because like the ability to drink was fresh.
Yeah, I remember you were like, I don't want to drink. And I was like,
Zero.
here's your entry, just a Jack and Coke. And you were like, this tastes horrible. And then
does.
after a year,
It
you're
still
like,
does.
it tastes a little less horrible.
That's
Just
when
a
he was the
little
pure
less.
one. That was the
Yeah,
pure one. You
I
didn't want to
was.
drink
I'm
up
not pure
here
anymore. I'm not under 30. God, we have to change everything.
It's nuts. You're
Not
pretty pure,
verified.
so-
Oh, yes, I am verified.
What? Yeah, what are you talking about? They can't take
You're
that away
verified
from
across
you.
Yeah,
the
but I'm
board.
not the verified one. You're verified too.
Hell yeah, I am on
You know what I mean?
Instagram.
We're the
You know what I
verified
mean?
ones.
Yeah, but
You know
they
what?
can take that away from you.
It's
You're
funny, Timothy, that you
Yes.
bring that up because we
I
don't
go by
plan
Timothy
this
now that I'm
show.
over 30.
Exactly, you have to, right? You want to seem respectable to all your students. You're gonna start wearing bomber jackets with the patches on the elbows. You know what I mean? Over on Patreon.com/kindafunny, Andrew Francis himself wrote in with a question.
King!
Is it better / more important to be Instagram famous or Twitter famous?
Instagram if you are on Twitter. If you're on Tinder.
Makes sense. Makes sense. That checks out.
Instagram if
That way
you're,
you got the best of both worlds.
if you're on Tinder.
Really?
Because,
Is that a thing now?
Because like the thing is, I feel like a lot of Tinder, a lot of dating apps are all about getting that social following up. I don't know if a lot of these hot dudes and gals are, or my non-binary folk are even trying to date. I feel like a lot of it is
Just trying to
I'm
game the
hot as
system?
fuck. Check out my Twitter profile.
See, I of course don't use Tinder, right? But
Oh, is that what I meant?
Same
Yeah, my
difference.
bad.
I browse the Reddit and I subscribe to the Tinder on Reddit because it's all these funny stories and funny little conversations between people trying to fuck. And I see the ones on there occasionally of like, it's once in a while there'll be a joke about following me on Instagram. I didn't realize this is like a
Well, it's not even like a follow me thing. It's just like
Awareness, brand awareness.
it's just the
Should we
at-
be on Instagram?
The at is always in there.
Should we be on Tinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can say
no,
100%.
no.
Yes. What?
I have to call my wife. I have to call my wife.
We're not the people he's talking about. Like if
So
you see the people he's talking
Follow me
about are
this,
on
though.
Bachelor in
I see
Paradise
where
right
Greg-
now.
I see
They're
where
not-
Greg's going with this.
Yeah, they're not
I see where
us.
Greg's going with this. We go. We get.
I'm thinking about it.
We get Shark Finnegan to come up. Me and Greg go to the beach. We get in Speedos and we take a bunch of sexy pictures of ourselves.
And it's
we
each
get
one of us.
our
I think you guys
asses
just still
on Tinder.
follow me
You're
on
still
this.
missing the logic here. It's like not us dressing sexy. It's us being sexy.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
I'm sexy
point.
all the time.
It was 6 1
Yeah, but like you're not.
Think about it though. This could just be a viral ad campaign that blows up. But what it is like I put it out there. My radius is 3 million miles or whatever, and I'm there. And when you get to me, right? And I made it
Saturn,
for
like,
you get to
I
me.
don't. Do I have at the start? Like it's still separated by men and women. Like is it separated by looking for everybody, looking for women,
Yeah,
looking
I
for
believe
men?
so, yeah.
If I can go everybody, does that put me in front of everybody, or just other people who are looking for
Probably
everybody?
look- everybody.
Other people who are looking for everybody.
Shit, that's tough.
So you have to have here. Okay, here's the thing: 3 different accounts.
Wait, I don't know. I'm confused.
Yes.
There it is. 3
Oh
different
my
accounts.
God.
There you
Yes.
go.
And we do it. And literally, it's just it's shirtless Spider-Man. It's a bunch of other shit. But literally, stop.
the
Stop.
point.
Stop. And then the thing is just, hey everybody, my name's Greg and I'm on the internet. I have a company called Kind of Funny. I'm happily married, so I just wanted to wish you luck. Come watch our videos. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, no.
That's a brilliant idea.
Okay.
I'm on today's show tomorrow if I do that.
Well, okay, I like that.
The
That's
Tomorrow
a,
Show.
That's a
They're like,
good,
and in
a good
other
goal.
news, this fat guy from San Francisco is just wishing people goodwill on Twitter or Tinder.
Yeah, it's like that one really nice guy on Pornhub.
I love
like-
that. Yeah, the guy that does
put-
porn videos, but they're not porn videos.
It's like I kiss you after sex and then I go make you a sandwich. like those are like the videos that he
That's
posts
awesome.
up.
That's really good.
They're just very like endearing, nice things.
Sure. There was a comic over the weekend named Frank Castillo that has.
Why do I know him?
He opens for a lot of people. He's getting pretty big. He won like Roast Battle down in and I mean he's just been up here a couple times. He opened for Mo Amer when he came up here, but he has a great joke. That's the premise of which I'm not ruining the joke for him, but is that like he's like, did you know that anyone can start a Pornhub channel now? Like any couples. And what's hilarious is I was like, I did know that, but it didn't occur to me that that's something that you could just do. Like I know that sounds crazy as like a
KFAF.
like I look because I'm so used to couples being like, oh, it's amateur, but it's not really amateur because they're kind of and that line now is so blurred that I'm like, all 4 of us could start a Pornhub
I
channel.
mean, yeah, definitely. And
just-
then we could have that little the don. Wow.
the most amazing motion graphics ever.
Yeah.
Where you're like, who did the Pornhub? Gago, laptop, mobile, jacket. You know,
You're really.
Yeah, it's like,
You thought
it's so- it's one of those things. The first time I saw it, I was like, do I refresh this to look at that again, or do I just keep watching the porn that I'm going to watch? I don't know.
It's good
Yeah,
shit.
that's just really funny. What a
Yeah,
weird
Instagram
world.
versus Twitter. I feel like it really depends on what your goals are. Because if your goal is being on Tinder and meeting people, Instagram for sure. If your goal is
No, I don't even think it's
success.
I don't think it's meeting people. I think it's
I think it
just
means like for internet fame.
extending the
No,
reach.
but I think it's both though. Like if you're trying to meet people, you need the Instagram is essentially your resume.
Sure, yeah.
It's better than it's your real profile. No one looks at your Tinder profile as the actual thing they're interested in. They go to your Instagram to see what you're like.
Sure.
What
you do.
Yeah, what you like to eat.
You don't think professionally
shit.
though? Like, I mean, if you're trying to get a job, you don't think people's first instinct would be Twitter?
Well, my thing is professionally, short-term gain is Instagram. Instagram, you get the things, you get the quick influencer deals.
Sure.
You're popping off fucking weird, whatever the hell
You're
it
popping
is.
off left and right in eyes
Left
and
and right,
stuff.
that's
You're
it.
posting,
Twitter-
you're
Twitter
posting
is
ads for
more
like
of
weird
like,
mobile games.
Like
more broad.
It's like if you're trying to build a very. I think it's not broad. I think it's more specific. It's more dialed in.
Really, I feel so
Depending on the
opposite.
industry you're in.
I feel like Instagram is like the niche thing, and Twitter is you have to be as broad as humanly possible. But I guess I don't know. I just feel like Instagram is the harder platform, so I gravitate more toward that because I'm like I want to grow more on that because it makes me think more about the stuff that I have to do. But I also just feel like people use that. The people I follow use that as more like thought-provoking content.
Twitter?
As opposed to Instagram, which is weird. I feel like Twitter is just like
There's been
everyone
a
I
huge
follow on
move.
Twitter
I
is
love
just like a
Instagram.
quick
I think Instagram is
thing.
my current favorite social media platform. And I think it is just the fact that it is image based, which I love. And then if you want to, there are like the inspiring stories or the history behind what they're talking about
Yeah.
or whatever kind of information there for it. Whereas Twitter is more about like, here's a link. I'm linking you somewhere else. I'm showing you an article. I'm showing you a video. It's breaking news to an article and something like that. That's how I'm using Twitter more and more. Is like Twitter is more the news feed, whereas in the early days it was more social. Whereas now I'm starting to unfollow people. It's just like you're not providing me with stuff for Games Daily or the other shows or whatever information on the things I love. Whereas
Yeah, I
Instagram
can
now
see
has
that.
become the, oh yeah, what are you up to? I want to know what you're doing in your life, Jessica Chobot. Like, show me what's going on. You know, and what are you up to with this kid?
Jessica's supposed to lately have been fascinating. Like,
I know, right? Her whole new life. She's traveling all
going
over
into
the
her new
place.
life. It's great.
Yeah.
And we wish her the best. For Instagram, yeah,
We gotta
that's-
get her up for Week with
Oh
Friends.
God, I know. She would. I'm sure
I know she would. We talk about it all the time whenever she's we do the dice.
chance.
God,
quiz.
that would be
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
You don't think so?
She's too big for us now.
Yeah.
I would
harsh.
love to sit, even just to listen to that, but just to sit and tell old stories about IGN. Because Jess was there, like when the team was. I think you were there before her.
No.
But really, did she predate you?
Yeah, she predated me. She was
Oh,
already,
that's right, 'cause
she was
she's
already
insider
self.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's
she was that, and
right.
she was doing weekly. Weekly had already been going for a while by the time I
That's
got there.
right. Yeah. So she's got. It was like I remember she came on board when it was like I think there was only like 4 or 5 of us on the team total, and she was working out of LA, contracting and stuff. So, man, she's got. Yeah, she was there when the time was totally different, before YouTube, before all that stuff. It'd be really fascinated here. And also, I don't really know. Like I've seen anecdotally stuff that she's done. Like I know the battle bots and I know the Nerdist stuff and all that things, but I don't know what else she's got going on. So it'd be so cool to be like, just update us in the last like 10 years of your life since you left IGN. Like, what's it been like?
She'd be like, I hosted the Dice Awards 3 times with Greg, and it's been great. End of story.
Some people say she outshined her male counterpart in that one, but I don't know.
Did they?
Just now.
A lot of people.
I'm joking. You guys make a great team. That's why it'd be fun.
I know. I'm trying to get out of this thing all the time. Just go on the road with her. Do the paranormal show.
Jess
she
is
does.
always one of those people that like, dude, it's just it's so fun to hang out with that person. She's so cool and just fucking really sharp.
Yeah,
And
no,
will
totally.
fuck you up if you say the wrong thing.
Oh
God
no,
bless her.
she doesn't dick shit. No,
Yeah, I
she'll
love
knock
it.
you down.
Good thing none of us ever say the wrong thing.
No, that's why I'm excited. I'm like, I can't wait to see it. We got to get her up. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Nick Scarpino and her on We Have Cool Friends. I would
Oh,
just stand
geez.
back and watch that, see what
Yeah.
I'll
happens
tell you
there.
exactly what it's going to turn into. We're just going to talk about
Talk
Fran.
shit about friends. Yeah. I want in, please.
You can do
Let's
Shock
go.
Mike. You can do Shock Mike for it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kinda Funny podcast. Each and every week, usually four best friends gather on this table, each bringing their lives to the table to talk to you about whatever they want to talk about. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get every episode early, ad-free, with a pre and post show. You can watch it live as we record it, so that if we do fuck up, you see everything. If you have no bucks to toss our way, or just don't feel like you want to support us, we understand. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe each and every Friday. You can get the show there with ads, with no pre and post show, but you get it for free. So it's like the trade-off. You know what I mean? It's a trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trade of goods, Greg. Like
Goods
you
and
supply
services.
me with that, I supply you with oil and wood.
Oh, okay.
and
all right.
corn.
Things that I need.
Like
cool.
what? Like,
Corn
like
too.
We're
like
trading. We're trading. We're
Like-
bartering.
some sort of lamp oil?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see in the dark?
yeah.
Okay.
Because Greg doesn't like electricity.
No.
It's true.
Wow. He doesn't believe in it.
I like to, you know what I like to do though?
What's up?
I like to trade information with you, Andy.
What's up?
Similar to how last night I threw up the bat signal of, guess what? Square Pies guys, they deliver now. To which you guys answered and then ordered Square Pie guys here as well. And I was very
Was
proud
it
of you guys.
good?
I was very,
We sure
That
did.
was fantastic.
Yeah,
God, it was so
it was a really really swell night, Greg. We're sitting there, and I know I got a night ahead of me. Everybody's in the office. We're all hanging out.
Everybody's here?
Well, me,
Joseph?
Tim, Joey, Barrett, Cool Greg.
Oh, shit,
no,
man.
Cool Greg
Everybody
was in
was here.
here.
Everybody was here.
Cool Greg was in here. And I was like, I'm gonna order some Square Pie guys because I want to do it yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to let you know, Greg, that you didn't like beat me to the punch because I thought of it.
Okay.
I was gonna do it on Monday.
No, they're closed on
And they're
Mondays.
closed. Yeah, I checked the app Caviar.
Yeah.
They're closed. I was like, God fucking damn it. I was so pissed off. But then last night I was like, I'm going to do Square Pie guys. And Joey was like, oh, man, I was about to leave, but maybe I'm in. And then Tim fucking struts his ass in the door, that tight,
cute
fucking
little
cute
ass.
ass.
Red.
And he was like, I mean, if we're doing this, let's do it.
I was at that point where I'm like, I'm either going home right now.
Yeah.
Or I'm hanging out
Or
for
I'm
another
here
hour
to
and a
fucking
half.
party, and it was like, oh,
It
we're
was
getting some Square
great,
goddamn
dude.
pie guys.
We got
Yeah.
two, and Nick, they're learning. They're learning the pepperoni diplomacy act of 2019.
Yeah.
You order more
Sokovia
pep,
Pep Act.
and you order more pep, Nick.
Yeah.
Because again, my problem, Greg. What are you looking?
I'm lost at what the Pepperoni Act is and
Because they
how
put
they're
a lot
learning.
of pepperoni on these
The
pizzas. so I'm
Pepperoni
trying to figure out
Diplomacy
what-
Act of 2019.
I'm not familiar with this. Please, I'm sorry. I'm behind
you
on
should look it
history.
up, bro.
All right. Well, we talked about it recently, I think, or on maybe I was on last week's KFF.
Maybe it
We
was.
talked about it recently somewhere, maybe at
Yeah,
KFF.
yeah, you're right.
But,
I'm sorry.
No
I'm
wonder
hip
I
with it
missed
now.
it. You know, sorry.
Company has a lunch. Company has a lunch. I'm
Yep.
not gonna name it. I'm not gonna name any
Oh.
companies in particular, Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's every other company I've also worked for. Let's order pizza for the whole company.
Yep.
Let's order 5 larges.
I'm with you right now. I
One
was
pepperoni.
lost at first, but I'm right there on
One
the page with you.
tangerine and fucking octopus.
Subterranean.
Some dirt dream pizza.
My favorite one was fucking
Calamari.
Nick was like, "Yeah, let's get some fucking anchovy and guava pizza." It was just the word guava that said it. But then here's the thing. The pepperoni's the first to fucking go, and then all the other shitty pizzas left. And I go back for the pepperoni, it's all gone.
Yeah.
I don't want all this other shitty pizza,
Just
dude.
get pepperoni.
So we followed the Diplomacy Act of
Exactly.
2019.
So what, you got 2 peps?
We got 2 peps. We got one fucking, who knows?
Why?
Vegetation
The Mean Green
sensation.
Machine, whatever.
Whatever the
here's
fuck it's
that
called.
one's really good.
The Mean Green. Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
I'll say also the.
But that's sausage, isn't it? It's not pepperoni.
No, but what he said. What,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Let me
We
back
got
up.
Oh, you
Let me back
got
up.
3
Yeah.
pizzas.
Let me
My
back up.
apologies.
What Andy is saying, and so as everyone knows what the Great Pepperoni Diplomacy Act of 2019 was,
Yeah.
is that here are the rules henceforth that I would like again to submit for you guys for a vote. Okay, we've already voted Tim's new nickname down. I appreciate that. I'm not bitter.
So you're
about
bringing
it.
another thing to the table.
Bringing another thing. I'm not.
All right,
I'm bringing
cool.
another thing to the table.
I appreciate it. I
From
applaud
now
it.
on, here's what we're going to do. Here's what I would submit to you for your adjudication.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm excited
Is
about
that
this.
when we order pizzas and someone goes, how many pizzas should we get? And the consensus is a number. That is the number of pepperoni pizzas you get. And then you can order any other extraneous pizzas on top of that if you want. Because what I'm tired of, and this is I don't even eat pizza. It's not true. Sometimes I eat the toppings off and then eat the pizza itself too. But what I'll say is I'm so tired of it being like, let's get 2 and then let's be adventurous. Why? We have the means to just get 3 pepperoni pizzas. That's enough for 3 of us. Each one gets a pizza.
That's
and then
definitely
we
enough.
can try the guacamole and guava and anchovy pizza over here. That might have just a sprig
We
of
could do the
of
mango.
pineapple leaf.
We could do the mango nectarine mint
Yeah.
julep. Fucking.
Man, they used to do it all the time. They used to
lavender
get,
pizza.
Remember at IGA, they used to get extreme pizza?
Yeah.
And you would miss it because you were in a meeting or something.
Yeah.
You'd go out and it would just be the
Supreme,
artichoke.
Just
It would-
Supreme
you're like,
Garbo.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with this act, and I vote that it passes.
I'm not. I'm against it.
What?
To an extent. I like getting the 3 pepperonis. No, I think that it should be
I think it should be
2 pepperonis.
66%.
Yes, I'm okay with
No,
that because I
no,
understand
because-
where everyone's at. The problem, I've said
what
this
everyone
before,
does. You
pepperoni
open-
overrated as pizza.
It's not.
It
It's
is
the goat.
The problem is everything. It's so greasy. The pepperoni brings too much grease. You need the other meat to kind of like settle it
No,
down.
that's not how that works at all.
It
No.
totally is. All
It's
the
co-
time when
I-
we get these goddamn pizzas, every single time. Every
See,
single time.
I'll agree that like we've definitely ordered pizzas that are like way too greasy, but that's because you have bad taste in pizza.
You're
You're bringing this
Goat
round table.
Hill.
You're bringing this round table.
Goat Hill's
thing.
good.
It's not too greasy.
Yeah, it is.
My table's good too.
Goat Hill is the problem here. We need to never
not
order
true.
from there
You don't
like
again.
that?
Because every time it's the greasiest pepperoni you'll ever damn have.
that's not true.
And then we get this other pizza. Why do we keep getting this other pizza? The white sauce one with the chicken and
I have
stuff?
No,
and
the one, you mean
weird
the one with the
purple onions?
gigantic
Because
garlic
here's the
cloves
thing:
on it? It's disgusting.
is that it's good. It's a
not.
good pizza.
It's not.
It's the problem of it's just too much for a day.
I feel like
Too much for a lunch.
I don't know that anyone's enjoyed it ever.
Kevin loves it. I love it. I've enjoyed it. I'm not, but I agree 100%. Last time we did the Goat Hill, when Professor McGonagall, of course, pizza. Last time we did the Goat Hill, I remember the order being placed, and I was like, "This seems like it's not enough pep," and it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that happens.
It's just
but
a
now
matter
we're all
of-
communicating.
I've never been to a pizza party or a birthday party and thought to myself, there's too much goddamn pepperoni here.
Yeah.
I've never
know.
theen about
Many
that.
times.
I've never
Very
looked
often.
at a
'cause you have bad
table
taste
of
in pizza.
pizza and thought somebody ordered too much of the best kind of pizza. I have seen only pepperoni pizzas and thought to myself, somebody's fucking smart and obviously read the 2019 Pepperoni Diplomacy Act of 2019.
Yeah.
Like, clearly.
From kindoffunny.com, I see a representative, Kevin Coelho, raising his hand.
Yes.
So what do you have for me, Kevin?
I just want to say that last time we were to Goat Hill Pizza, there was a pizza that I just threw out 2 days ago. It was not the pork boy. It was another.
Is that Supreme?
It was the Supreme.
See, that's the thing is I
the
feel like
pork boy got eaten.
Pork Boy does move.
Whether-
It's the
was it just
Supreme
me?
that just shows up with its black olives and green peppers, and everybody's like, "Why? Why?"
I love Supreme. I hate Supreme from Goat Hill.
Okay,
That's the big problem.
that's fair.
Now, I wish this act had been placed when we went to go. I believe it was the day we all went to go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But you and Jen
Yeah,
were
we went to
watching
Square
another
Pie Guys.
movie.
Yeah.
We went to Square Pie Guys, and the same thing happened there.
Yeah.
It was one pepperoni, it was one buffalo something, and it was one something
Buffalo
else.
chicken pizza is pretty great. That's what I got last week.
And I'm not faulting you for liking it.
Thank you very much.
But here's the problem: I get one fucking slice of pep, and then I turn and I blink, and the pep is all gone. And there's everying else
Gone.
left.
Now, correct
move
me if I'm
fast.
wrong.
Here's-
Correct me if I'm
No.
wrong. Real quick, everybody, correct
Why
me.
not?
Let's keep our attention. tension's down. Correct me if I'm
Pissed
wrong.
off right now.
Didn't we solve the problem by just going and ordering another pepperoni?
That's what I'm saying.
Again,
See?
the 2-for-1.
No, so
That's
here's the thing.
ratio.
That
when
is the
you're
diplomacy
there,
act.
you can do that.
Yeah. Oh, go sure, but delivery, totally different story.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm with
crazy.
you. I'm with the Pepperoni Pizza Act of 1922.
Diplomacy act.
I'm saying what we do is we do that, and if you ever get another pizza, right, then you just get a cheese.
Just
Everybody
get a
loves cheese,
dude. Get a
we should
goddamn
never.
cheese.
If
I'll
there's
take cheese over pep any day. If there was a cheese pizza in front of me, I would take that slice. You get an extra slice of pep because I'm not eating that
great
pep
point.
slice.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Wow,
Here's what I'm gonna say.
we're coming to a.
If you smelt it, you dealt it. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay.
Yeah.
If you smelt it, you dealt it. Okay.
If you denied it, you supplied it.
If everyone goes, hey, what does everyone want? And I go, I want pepperoni. I better only ever get pepperoni. If you go, oh, you know, we should get the honey barbecue rhubarb. That's what we should get. Then you have to just eat that fucking pizza.
Fair. That's fair. I
That's
agree
what
with
you
that.
got to eat.
I agree with
if
that.
you're the guy that's like, let's be adventurous, then guess what? You get to climb the fucking mountain without
Who
a
is
rope on
that
your
guy?
own.
I want the romaine.
throwing-
meat.
That thing went up and went down. This guy was fast.
At Square Pie, guys, when we got the million pizzas the first time, that was just because it's the first
You
time.
wanna try it.
Explore the
Yeah,
menu.
yeah.
I wanted you guys to taste the rainbow, and then when you like the pepper, we double on the pepper. I'll fucking eat. That was a big problem for me last night. I'm getting ready to play a game for review. I'm having a good night. Jen's out of town, so no more yak.
right, totally.
Portillo's not being an
Always
asshole for a change. I'm like, I want to order a pizza, and it was going to be Square Pie, guys, and so it was. Do I get the buffalo chicken or do I get the 6x8, which is all pepperoni, right? And it was I sat there for a long time, like the meme, with the two buttons and the sweat drop, like trying to figure
That's
it
a
out.
good meme.
Thank you very much. And I eventually went buffalo chicken, but I couldn't go wrong. It's just that I
Well,
want.
because you love both of them. That's
do.
what I'm
I do.
saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like the majority of human beings will always take a pepperoni, except this fucking guy. Except this fucking
It's fine.
guy.
You order the cheese.
And that's fine.
Guess what, everyone?
Don't you
That's
guys?
And
Tim's
that's fine.
cheese.
I'll
Let
eat
him
the
eat the
pep.
cheese.
It's
Let
just
him
like
eat
the
the
pep's
cheese.
the pep's the guarantee that I'm not going to feel good later. Always, because the grease.
But see, I come at this from the other angle, right? When I do eat pizza, I order way too much, and I want it to be cold. I put it in a Ziploc bag, I put it in the refrigerator. It's cold the next day,
Beautiful.
and that pep has solidified.
Oh my God.
And it's just salty, and it's like a salty, crispy, cold
I
chip
gotta-
on top of the
So
pizza.
here's the
It's
problem.
so good.
Here's the problem, Nick. You just want pepperoni. Just buy pepperoni.
Again.
You don't like pepperoni pizza.
Again, you guys don't understand. When you just scrape the cheese off, it's not as fun as scraping the cheese and the pepperoni off.
Sure.
And you can eat it as like a meal.
Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty
very
stoked right now. I'm not even eating it tonight because I got a dinner date with an old friend in town. But still have a pepper or a buffalo chicken slice sitting there in a little Tupperware, ready to go when I'm ready to break
we
it
had
out.
some leftovers last night, and trust me, there was one slice of pepperoni left over,
Yeah.
and I walked by it several times last night.
Yeah.
And it was fucking 2:30 in the morning. I'm looking at this pepperoni
Should've done
slice
it.
with the
Should've done
fucking
it.
toasted ass.
Crispy edges.
Bold pepperoni
Oh,
shapes.
yeah, the cups.
They got
Oh
some
my
good
God.
pep at
And I
Square
was
Pie guys.
so close to reheating, and I was like, Andy, don't fucking do it.
That's what I did last night. Is I had the two pieces. I'm taking down this bad boy myself. I had the two pieces. These are thick ass pies. If you haven't seen Square Pie guys,
I think Cool Greg had the last one right now. I'm
is
pretty
that what
sure.
he just walked in with?
No. But he was like, "We got pizza," and I was like, "Yeah, in the fridge." Right, Cool Greg. What did you think of Square Pie guys? Yeah, he said an oh yeah, thumbs up.
I will
he said
give-
it's good, eh?
I'll give them also a thumbs up for finally somebody figured out how to utilize all the square inches of the pizza box.
Totally.
Because there's always been a problem of mine, right? Why, as a human species, have we evolved to think it's acceptable to make a circular pizza in a square pizza box? That's just dumb. And these guys figured it out. I came in and I saw the boxes were exactly the size of the
perfect.
pizza, and I was like,
Perfect.
fucking
There you go.
genius.
They're cute as hell.
You're eliminating the shift probability.
Yeah.
The probability shift. When we know
Probability
that can
shift.
bend the pizza sometimes. Bad idea.
Now, Andy, I want to add to this little diplomacy act and all that.
Hold on.
I give you,
Motion act.
with the power invested in me, the ability to just take 2 slices of pep at a time to placehold at your desk, so you don't need to stress about when you're gonna want a second slice.
Right.
You're the Mr. Pep man.
I was gonna say, as Andy is Mr. Pet Man, he can take as many slices as he wants.
Yeah,
And
take 'em-
honestly,
take 'em for reserve.
Andy should take as many as he wants, and then if he doesn't want, I don't mind him going back in the box. You know what I mean?
This is empowering right now.
So what I'm doing here is, you want to throw this up, Kev? It's the Instagram Foursquare Pie guys. You see how thick the slices are. Again, it's Detroit style pizza.
Click on the top center photo.
Right
oh
there.
my
Look at
God,
that
look at
beautiful
the
baby.
cup
Look at that beautiful baby.
pepperonis.
That's a solid. By the way, when you
Oh
eat
my
these things,
God.
people at home,
Yeah.
be forewarned. It is a 2 slices in 1 slice.
Yeah.
It is like you took 2 slices and balled them up into a square.
And
Because
that-
I ate one barbecue, or what was it, buffalo chicken. And I was like, I am full for 3 days.
Yeah.
And that was the thing last night, is that I was having such a good night with it. I ate it's four slices, 4 big slices there. I had 2 of them, and I was like, here's where I should stop. Keyword should. And then went in for the 3rd. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I will regret this, but I need to do it.
See,
that's so good.
That's the
you have to.
problem. Is I think that I'm a 2.5 slice guy for these.
Okay.
That, and I think you are too. I think that's where the problem.
We should cut them in half.
3
Or cut them in
Here's
half.
the thing.
but we have that solution here.
I submit for you the solution of the
Is this
grandma cut.
The grandma cut.
Okay, where you take the knife and you cut it down the center, and you do it so poorly that one side's huge and the other one is just a sliver of a piece of pizza. And
then what
just
slice
gotta-
do you get?
You just got to get whichever one you get.
Well, you're gonna eat both of them at some point, because that's the thing too. I was like, when I had it last time, I'm gonna have just a bite of it, and then I'll put them both away. No chance. You know what I mean? It was game on at that point.
I still think about that wondrous, wonderful thing.
It was yesterday.
when we went to Square By Guys,
Yeah.
and the extra pizza was ordered,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I ate a lot of wings to supplement the fact that I only had 1 slice of pep. Just give me half a slice. And of course, I didn't eat half the slice, because the other slice,
Why would
the
you
other
do
half
that?
of it was
What
looking
that?
at
That
me.
little temptress.
My mouth's watering just thinking about it right now, and it's just you just put a bunch of red pepper on it.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Tim. If you want to get just cheese, the thing that I find really a real neat thing to do is just put a bunch of red pepper on just cheese.
Make your own adventure.
and you get the spices.
Spice
Get
up
the
your life.
spices, yeah.
All the boys and all the girls.
Kind of funny housekeeping for you. If you're watching this on Friday or as we're live on Sunday, Barrett and I are doing a 10th anniversary of Batman Arkham Asylum. Twitch.tv/kinda funny stream. You can tune in at noon, where Barrett the Boy Wonder will play through the entirety of Batman Arkham Asylum. He thinks he can do it in 5 hours. I'll be here to read your chats and yell at him.
Remember when you were like, I'm going to play through every, like the Walking Dead games back when there was 2 of them? And you're like, I'm just going to do it in one sitting. And then you did.
Yeah.
That didn't
I
seem
regret
like a
that.
good decision.
I
Yeah.
remember regretting that.
We'll
It
see
was
how this goes.
in the spare bedroom studio at 3 a.m, desperately trying to finish Clementine's 2nd season. Remember that PAX West is next week. If you're going, I'm hosting a Guild Wars 2 panel offsite. Anybody's free to come, even if you're just in the Seattle area. Friday morning. Then Friday afternoon at 4:30, I'm hosting a Kinda Funny Games showcase. 10 different games are showing up to show you their games, their wares. I'll interview each one of the developers. That's at 4:30. And then the Inner Sight Championship for the Kinda Funny Per Schneider Cup is Saturday at 9 p.m. You can get the full run at kindafunny.com/events. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Mark,
Starvaggi.
Kieran O'Donnell, Sam Davis. Today we're brought to you by Upstart and Quip, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, take it away, Tim.
I have a topic I want to bring to this table. Saw this on Twitter like a week ago, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait till the 4 of us fine gentlemen are back here to talk this out. Kev, can you bring it up, please? So this tweet is from @W Stuart Ross.
Antifa.
There are 42 movies that have made $1 billion worldwide.
Interesting.
How many did you see in theaters? So these are the 42 most successful movies of all time as of the posting of this tweet.
Okay.
So I wanted to go through and see who here has seen the most of these movies. Who here has seen the least? Any other factoids?
Can I make a prediction?
Yes.
I will say that.
Ooh, I like this. Yeah, guess.
I will say that.
I think we're going to tie.
I think Greg has seen the most.
Fewest.
Wow.
The most.
I think the
Greg
I like
Miller.
you. I appreciate that.
But I'm only saying that because
Don't look at it.
A lot of these titles are going to be the bigger name titles, and that's the only time that
Greg goes to the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing: being the herald.
Geralt?
The Herald?
The Herald. The Herald of Galactus.
You're the-
Are you
the
the Sword
Herald.
Are you a harlot?
I am the Harold and Kumar
Yeah, you are Harold. We've gone too
in
far.
review. There's a lot of times when we're making decisions of what shows, what movies we're going to do. A lot of that's based on like how popular could this possibly be. So it's like a lot of those times we choose the franchises that are the most popular or whatever. So it's like thinking about that. It's like which of these movies have we all seen in theaters? And there's a glaring lack for me of a couple of these. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's, yeah.
I don't know
definitely
how much
Howard.
that's going to take me down.
Probably not that much.
I
'cause
think they're
feel
going to be
like-
last on the list.
Yeah, I feel like the only last couple will probably made that list as it got more popular. I bet like 1 through 4 didn't hit $1 billion, but that's just me haphazardly guessing.
Kevin, can you put this link in assets so I can look at it on my phone?
Well, here, I think we should go one by one. Whatever we should do is open up a counter app. That way you can count
What's a
as you
counter
go.
app?
Like an online counter.
There's an app for that?
Just Google counter like I did. I came up with tallycounterstore.com/online-counter. You'll find it. So Andy, let's do a prediction too of who we think he's seen the most. Andy's predicting me.
I'm predicting that. Fuck no, never mind.
Oh wow, fuck you.
Yeah.
Are we doing it just people at this table? Because because Kevin's gonna destroy us at all this because he sees every freaking movie.
I'll say I vote that
There's
Greg
legacy there, though. I don't know how
Yeah,
far
this is
back
old
that
people.
was.
I'll say
Okay.
that Greg has seen the most,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say that I've seen the least.
Oh, I like this. Okay, I am voting that Nick has seen the most and that Andy's seen the least.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna stick with Andy. I'm gonna stick with Andy.
At this table,
Yes.
I think I've seen the most.
All right,
And I have one reason for that
Shit, I
that I'll
should've said
reveal in 15
Because you
seconds.
already looked at the list.
okay. Who's the least?
No, I
Small.
didn't.
Who's the least?
Least?
You're saying you're the most. You've seen the most. Who's seen the least?
I think it's me.
I think it's Andy.
I think I'm the
Candy
safe
Andy.
bet.
But he's also doing now. Stop.
15
He's also
seconds
doing
have
that thing he does when
Disney.
we do that faking it, where you're trying to fucking be humble.
I
and
voted
shit.
for myself
Fucking fake
too.
it. Don't fake
I
it.
voted for myself too.
And then
Nick,
when
what
you
is your
go,
prediction?
oh my god, it's so crazy.
Most and least.
I will say.
I think actually I should have gone with Tim seeing the most.
Too late.
Yeah,
you
I
locked
think-
in. You're locked in. Too late.
Fuck.
I'll say Tim's. I'll say Tim's seen the most. Andy's seen the fewest.
Oh, fewest. Look at you. Sorry. La-dee-da. Grammar man.
I'm sorry. I mean, didn't you have drinks
Shut
with Pear at some point?
Shut up. No, we're supposed to. We never did.
Oh, fuck you. He's a great guy.
What does that have? What does that
I,
have?
know, I love that. Like I get that because like Parrot IGN would always do the thing about like
All right.
using the right thing.
Kevin,
But, like,
show me the
everyone else
first
does
part
it
of the
together.
list. We'll start with number one.
Can't
all
explain
right?
my own joke, but it's not cool.
All right. So Avengers Endgame.
We've all seen it.
Yes.
Avatar.
Seen it.
I've
Yes.
seen it.
Seen it.
Titanic.
Saw it twice. So I
Seen
get
it.
two.
Seen it. No, you don't get
Okay.
to.
I saw it twice. Though.
Star Wars. Thank you for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Seen
Yes.
it. Avengers: Infinity War. Seen it in theaters. Jurassic World.
Saw it.
I did not see it in theaters.
I did.
Remember, that's
I
the point.
barely saw it.
You had to
that was
see
the
it
one
in
I got
theaters?
super
Yes,
high.
that's the
Theaters.
that's
Got
the
it.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Next is the Avengers. Marvel's the Avengers.
saw
Yeah.
it.
Furious 7. Which one was
Saw
that?
it.
7 was
Charlize
the one where
Theron.
Paul Walker is.
Oh,
sent
no,
off
that's
at
right.
the end.
Saw it. Okay. Age of Ultron. Of course, we've all seen it. Black Panther. Seen it. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Fuck yeah, Midnight
Saw
Showing,
it.
Doggy Dog.
Lion King 2019.
Unfortunately, yes.
Saw it. It was great. Shut up.
Forrest.
Last Jedi. Saw it. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I didn't even know that came
Nope.
out. Didn't even know
Did
that
not.
fucking movie
Saw
came
it.
out.
Nick's ahead right now.
It's a big
Terrible.
no from me.
I don't know if this is worth waiting or not.
Frozen. Did not see it.
I
Greg.
saw it in theaters.
see it.
Yep.
Beauty and the Beast 2017.
Ooh, didn't see it in
Did
theaters.
not see it in
Oh,
theaters.
Did I see it? No, I didn't see it in theaters.
Incredibles 2. Did not see it in theaters. Greg Miller.
I did.
Fate of the Furious.
That was my
Definitely saw
first one I saw in theaters.
Did not
actually.
see it in theaters. Fuck, I'm losing bad now. Iron Man 3. Saw in
it.
theaters.
Damn, I shouldn't have voted for you, Greg.
Sorry, you suck. Minions.
Nope.
No, okay. Captain
am I,
America:
child?
Civil War.
Fuck yeah.
Saw it. Aquaman.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, really? Saw it.
Oh, I saw it on a plane. I didn't see it in theaters.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Captain Marvel saw it in theaters.
Saw it.
So right now we're gonna switch to the second, the second half of the list. Right now, what's everybody's tally at?
I'm at 20.
I am also at 20.
15.
I'm at 17.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Oh.
fun.
This is
no. The Transformers
Yeah,
conundrum.
baby.
Ah, shit.
Transformers:
damn it.
Dark of the Moon.
Wait, is that
Yes.
the second one?
Third.
Didn't see
forget.
anything. Fuck.
Which one? What happens in that one?
Dark of the
Dinosaurs
Moon,
fight each
Chicago
other.
gets destroyed.
When
The
did it
one with
come
the
out?
stealth bomber? Where it's like the stealth. Remember the old stealth bomber that they go and find, and he's like, I'm an old
that's
stealth
two.
bomber.
That's
Fuck.
Revenge of the Fallen.
I don't think I saw it. Oh wait, is Dark of the Moon the one with? I'm Mark Wahlberg. Hey, I'm Mark
No,
Wahlberg.
that's 4.
Okay,
That's
fuck.
it.
Oh shit! I
don't
did see this
know
one in
what
theaters.
it
That's the one I said that on last Cave podcast where I was super high when I went to go see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
All right. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Yeah, baby.
Saw it in theaters. Skyfall.
100%.
Yes.
So-
Did
oh,
not
by the
see it.
way, have we talked about No Time to Die?
No time
Fucking
to die. The
best
only way
Bond
they could have
name
got
ever.
me back. Oh, baby. So cool.
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Is that
Which
number
one
2?
is this one?
That was Mark Wahlberg's first one.
Fuck.
Okay.
Thought I had
Fuck. Did I see this in theaters? Oh, let me be honest with myself.
Unfortunately, I
Be
did.
honest with yourself.
I think I did see this in theaters.
I don't think you
actually.
did.
Was it 3 or 4?
That was 4.
No, I didn't see them. There's no way I went to see the 4th one in theaters.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Saw it.
Saw it. Dark Knight Rises.
Saw it, midnight showing.
Unfortunately, terrible. Toy Story
this is
3.
so wrong.
Stupid.
It's bad. Bane's
I
bad.
did see
Everything's
that in
bad.
theaters.
Did not see Toy Story 3 in theaters.
Wait, which one's
I
that one?
did not see
You
Toy
saw
Story.
Toy Story 3 in
Oh,
theaters?
Belinda's rolling
No.
over in her bed.
Yeah, no, it was pirated.
Oh,
I
neither
was
did
given
I.
a pirated version.
It's okay.
Given.
Speaking of pirates,
Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest.
I
Which
did
one's
see
that?
This one.
No, you didn't.
It's 2.
I highly doubt you did. No,
Which
Dead
one
Man's
is it?
Chest is 4.
Jesus Christ.
Is that the one with where they do the swinging thing the whole time and there's like a big whirlpool?
That's 3.
No. You're right. It is 4. It's the last one that came out, right?
No, 5 is the last one to come out.
What the literal fuck?
Yeah. I did not see this one.
I don't think I saw this one.
No.
Rogue One, a Gary Whitta story.
Yeah.
Saw it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides. Which one's that?
This is the one. Shit.
That's the 5th one, right?
I think I mixed it up. Like that. I think this one's the 5th one, and the Stranger Tides is the 4th.
We're looking into it right now on the wiki.
Dead Man's. Oh, fucking A.
Dead Man's
don't
Chest
know.
was 2006. Yeah.
Maybe they should stop calling them all Pirates of the Caribbean :
That is probably where the problem is. 100%.
Colon.
Kev, can you come back to the list? Or are you still trying to crack the code over there? Rogue One we already did. Stranger Tides we already. Okay, Aladdin 2019.
We had to see it.
Yep. Despicable Me 3. No. Jurassic Park.
The original Jurassic Park?
Yep.
Hells yeah.
Saw it
yeah, I
in theaters,
did.
yeah.
So here's the thing.
How young were
You
you?
didn't see Jurassic Park?
He's a
I was like
baby.
93.
I did see it in theaters,
Goo goo
but it was a
gaga.
re-release.
Oh,
doesn't count.
I don't think that
No,
counts.
I'm not
Does that
gonna count
count?
it.
Okay.
But I did see it in theaters.
Because
I
you
paid
knew
to
how,
see.
but you knew how good it was. That's how you didn't know. We didn't know. We went in. We were
Yeah.
like, is it gonna be good?
I'm
We don't-
fine. I won't count it.
Steven Spielberg, Michael Crichton.
I
this is
became
gonna be bad.
obsessed with dinosaurs.
Finding Dory.
Yeah, I did see that in theaters.
Did
Damn,
not.
I did not.
Yeah, I saw it with my wife.
Phantom Menace. Saw it
Yeah,
in
my dad
theaters.
pulled me out of school at Palmer Elementary.
Wow. Alice in Wonderland 2010.
Fuck no.
How is that here?
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
I did.
How is that here?
Zootopia.
I did see that in theaters.
No. The Hobbit, Unexpected Journey.
Part 1. Saw it.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's the
didn't see that
first
in
one.
theaters.
And then The Dark Knight. Saw it in
Yes.
theaters.
Shout out to the Dark Knight franchise getting like on the list twice.
So everybody's final count?
Here's my thing. This might be off by 1 because I don't remember if I put. I think I saw
Pirates.
one of the Pirates in.
Me too. I
So I think I put that in
fucked up
there.
with the Pirates.
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
the way.
I think Dead Man's Chest is the second
is the
one.
second one. At World's
Okay.
End is the third.
I
and
saw-
Stranger's
I saw
Tides.
the
If it's the
second
second
one.
one,
I saw one of
I
them.
saw the
Yeah.
second
So-
one for
I
sure.
didn't see the fourth
Yeah.
one.
I'm adding one to my
Yeah.
score.
But I will
Okay.
say this: the fourth one, not that bad, and they actually did a pretty good movie. You guys ever want to watch that? So what's the final count here,
I have 26.
I have 33.
Andy?
24.
I have 32.
Oh, Tim won.
There we
So-
go.
I knew I should have
Now I
voted
don't
for
know.
Tim.
Now I don't know if we should go back because I don't know if I counted one of the Pirates or not. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think I didn't, but I think I should. But either way,
So then Tim and Nick were correct with the prediction that Tim had seen the most, Andy had seen the least.
Well, also, if
tie.
you count Jurassic Park. Because I did see
no,
it.
tiebreaker. No.
I guess here's the thing. Does it count towards the global box office?
It does.
Then there you go. And I think you get
But
the
I'm
point
saying
and you
this.
win.
But here's the thing: if it counts toward that, that's not fair because I saw Titanic twice.
Also, that doesn't
we
matter.
go. So I should
That's
give
not
you
how
the
the
point for Titanic.
tiebreaker would be decided.
I also
Yeah.
saw Titanic.
Dead
twice.
Man's Chest was the second one.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
I had
Remember
to-
when Johnny Depp wasn't just Jack Sparrow?
Oh wait a minute. Dead Man. Which one was the one, what top two? Was Dead Man's Chest and At World's End?
on Stranger Tides.
Stranger Tides.
So 2
Okay,
and 4
I was gonna
were
say
on the
because
list.
if 2 and 3 were on the list, I saw both of those.
I only saw 3 in theaters, so I had to subtract on the list because I forgot which one Dead Man's Chest was.
Yeah, 3 is not on the list, but 3 was the most expensive movie of all time up until
Wow.
Endgame, but that gets weird too.
Remember Cutthroat Island? That was expensive too. Boy, that shit bombed.
I don't.
Matthew
remember
Modine and Gina Davis. It was like a really expensive movie. There was a slew of movies in like the mid to late 90s that cost a shit ton that just did nothing. Waterworld being one of them as well.
I'll never forget Iron Man 3 is one of the movies on that list that I saw on YouTube.
There you go. You saw it on YouTube.
Oh, you rented on YouTube?
No, it was it
got leaked or something, right?
Yeah, at the time, like the movie had just come out, and then suddenly
Wasn't
I
it
don't
like
know.
unfinished effects or something?
No,
That was Wolverine
that was
Origins.
Wolverine Origins.
God, that's
but
right.
somewhere just
That's
like
they released it like that.
I guess just like on Twitter or like word got around that Iron Man 3 was on YouTube.
They were like, guys, people are liking this.
Fuck it, just
Put
put it
out.
out.
horrible.
Don't put any more money in.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, but Iron Man 3 was on YouTube and a really shitty like kind of it wasn't a recording
watchable.
It wasn't a recording of a screen, but it was like a really low quality version of like a DVD release probably or whatever. You know what I mean. And that's how I first saw it. And I never went to go see that shit in theaters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's a good movie. You should give it another shot.
No, it goes below Iron Man 2 for me.
But is it as bad as Thor: Dark World?
Just pop my neck, sorry.
I thought you were saying
Oh, I thought
out
you were
because
saying no.
because of
No,
the
don't do
biting
But the film
the biting
criticism we have
insults.
going on here?
Do you guys remember watching Iron Man 3 in theaters?
Yes.
I mean, I know I saw it in theaters. I don't remember the experience.
We got pizza before.
Where did
All-
we get
all of
pizza?
us together? Double X.
Wow, you all don't even remember these memories. And they're
0-0?
so-
X.
0-0.
0-0.
They're so
I
cherished by
must not
Tim.
have seen it with you guys though.
I know.
You
right?
did. Because it was the Alex Salamita time.
Oh.
Where you vowed to never
Oh
watch
my
a movie
God,
with
right, you
Alex
never wanted to
Salamita
watch a
ever
movie with
again.
Alex Salamita.
And I
Because
never
our
have.
friend
And I never
is
have.
so impossibly loud at all the wrong times. And what does he do, Nick?
He And I love Alex. If you're not
Absolutely.
familiar with Alex, Alex is one of the guys in my Doritos commercials. So we are
He's your brother in the
we are
commercial.
very good friends. And I went. So I was like, this is going to be a great experience. Alex, very loud laugher, but he does the thing where he laughs a second before you should laugh at everything. So the joke's coming. He anticipates the punchline and laughs as the punchline is being
Oh, no.
delivered, and it ruins every joke. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, I can't sit next to you anymore. It's just not going to happen. And I told him that. I was like, I love you to death. Before our friendship, we will never share a theater together ever again. You can't even be
To
in the
this day,
theater.
you haven't.
I don't want to know that you're watching a movie in the theater complex with me. You're over there seeing Pocahontas 4. I'm seeing still Finding Dory. I don't care.
Still finding Dory.
Still looking for Dory. Still looking for Dory. I don't care.
Did they fix her memory at the end of that one?
No.
She can remember stuff now. She found her
a lot of
parents though,
football
right?
injuries.
It's not. It wasn't. I don't think it was an injury. I think it's just she's a fish, and that was the type of fish.
No, there was something with her.
There was something with
Her
her.
parents were fine. They were fishes that could remember things.
I've still never seen Finding Dory.
It's good.
Me either.
It's surprising. It's not surprising. It's Pixar. It's one of those where you're like, why is this movie so good?
I'm shocked by the amount of Pixar movies that I haven't seen. Like a lot of the more recent releases, when Monsters University was announced, I was like, I'm all about
still
this,
haven't
dude.
seen it.
Never saw it. Like, because I think it just came out to kind of just like whatever reviews. Like, I'm so used to these Pixar movies coming out 10 out of 10, 9.8 out of 10. And a lot of these
That's
more
how I felt
recent,
about Incredibles too.
Really?
I remember I watched The Incredibles. I'm like, I want more of this, and they just waited so long. By the time they put out Incredibles 2, like I just don't really care.
I will say, I think Incredibles 2 and Finding Dory are both worthy sequels.
Well, I've watched Incredibles
Yeah.
2 since then.
I mean, if you like that, it's Finding Dory is exactly the same level. We're
Monsters
like,
University
I've
is the
seen
same way.
Finding
Yeah.
Dory as well.
I never saw
It's
Monsters
good.
U.
It's good, but it's not
Mike Wazowski.
Monsters Inc.
Does it have a little kid that goes, Mike Wazowski?
No, it's
I don't
prequel.
want to see it then.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike
Well.
Cars 2 is the only abomination
Well,
of sequels.
I remember
But
that
does
one.
Rascal Flatts do a song in it?
I don't know.
Because they did Life is a Highway the first time.
Yeah.
Love is a highway.
That song just reminds me of The Office. Driving down with Daryl. They're in the
Oh,
car.
yeah. Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It's a good podcast.
I wonder
episode,
how
guys.
many people, if there's anyone out there in the world that's seen all of them.
All
Yes.
those movies? Oh, I guarantee it. I mean, we
Like
only
Eric
missed.
Goldman.
Oh, you mean in theaters though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about it this way, though. You and I only missed.
We're close. I mean, there's like the
You only
random, like,
missed 7.
it's like Minions and weird ones like that.
Why would
Yeah,
you go see
like,
that
or
crap?
Despicable Me.
I mean, to be fair, I saw Despicable Me and liked it.
in theaters.
In theaters?
I saw it in theaters,
One's
yeah.
good.
There was a time I used to see movies like every weekend. I've just dialed that back just because most movies aren't worth it. I just don't feel like it's worth the time to go out and do it.
Sure.
Since they're going to be on streaming platforms pretty readily available in like a month anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's surprising me because I remember I was like, oh yeah, I saw Finding Dory with the missus. Saw some of the other ones that I normally wouldn't see. Oh, Zootopia was one of those that like people were like, you should go see this. And I was like, all right.
I took
my
cool
wife to
grade
see it.
to go see Zootopia.
It was good.
It was Zootopia is amazing.
Zootopia was
Good
great.
movie.
It's one with the cops, right? They're-
Yeah, she wants to be a
Yeah.
cop, but she's a
ever see
rabbit,
it?
and
Yeah, I
rabbits
saw it.
never
They
been a
just
cop
they did
before.
they did the overplayed joke of the sloths in the commercials. That's all
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was like,
exactly.
all right,
It was a
guys.
pretty
Yeah.
pretty long scene in the movie also.
Yeah.
But it's a good
Um,
payoff at the end where he's actually the one racing around like an asshole. Sloths are fast.
Spoilers.
Wow.
Well, if you haven't seen Zootopia spoilers for a movie that's not. Did it ever get a sequel?
Zootopia?
God damn. You should work at a
No,
marketing.
but I
That was
think,
really good.
I think it's going to be announced
No, it's
at
Zoo.
D23.
It's
Remember
Z2.
Madagascar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
They
I
did a
like
bunch
to
of those.
move it.
Yeah.
I fucking hated Madagascar.
Remember
They gave
Ice
us the
Age?
It
penguins.
is so lowest common. It got replaced by Angry Birds, the movie too, which I can't believe is
Got
like.
good ratings.
Is it out yet?
Yeah.
God, I feel like we saw trailers for that movie for 3 years.
Yeah,
At every movie.
I never knew if it was out because I remember, you know what? Actually, we were at Square Pie Guys, and I looked up and I saw a fucking billboard. I was like, Angry Birds 2, did that movie come out yet? And I again, it's that same sort of thing where we've been hearing about it for so long that I thought it just came by and came and went and the billboard was still up. But no, like, because I was listening to the Dan Le Batard show and one of the voice actors was going to be on the show. He's like, he's here. Oh, it's Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Danny McBride's here for Angry Birds 2. I was like, holy shit, this movie didn't come out yet? What the hell?
Yikes. Yeah, that's a pain.
And then there was the Ugly Dolls. Was the other. It doesn't get better
Game
than
Per
this.
reports Angry Birds 2 highest rated video game based movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm telling you, like, it's got really, really, really good reviews.
I think the first
Because
one,
kids will watch anything.
Yeah, they
Goo
really
goo
will.
gaga,
I'm not talking
bright
I'm
colors.
talking about how much money it's made. I'm talking about like reviewers watching it are like, oh, this is a good movie.
Because they go in there and they're like, guess what? It's a movie for fucking
like
kids.
babies are rating it.
They got the big smiley face button or the Friday face button. They hit it.
They're like only one time. Just keep hammering the button.
That's how they do it. That's how they rate children's movies. And
babies,
I'm
man.
not about it. I'm not going to believe those
Man,
rankings.
I've never trusted a baby.
It's true.
I've never seen those
What's
fucking
that?
things. They're dirty.
I just never have.
It's fair.
Those Angry Birds movies are just.
Have you watched one?
I think I remember seeing people like the reviews. The first one, it got panned, right? People fucking hated it. They were
I
like,
think
"This
you're
is
thinking
just
about
bad."
Emoji Movie being like.
That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, not the Angry Birds.
That was
the
the one
Emoji
that
Movie
was
was
just
like the
like
worst movie
ripped.
ever made,
Yeah.
but it had the poop emoji character,
It did.
and it was TJ.
T.J. Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calling the FBI bomb threats on
what the
people
fuck's
to
up
get
with
arrested.
Silicon Valley? Is it coming back?
Coming back?
It's coming back for
Is there a
one
trailer?
final
Yeah,
season.
it's I don't know if there's a trailer, but the promo images are like Silicon Valley takes on Congress, and it's going to be a riff off of Facebook and Congress and like that congressional hearing or
Interesting.
Senate hearing. Yeah,
And right
ready
now,
for more.
Angry Birds
To
the
end it all.
movie, 44%
not that
on
bad.
Tomato Meter.
Not that bad.
The critics' consensus:
Not
the
bad,
Angry
but-
Birds movie is substantially more entertaining than any film adapted from an app has any right to be, which may or may not be much of an endorsement.
Nope.
What's 2 at?
I'm checking that. Are we playing? Is that Halo music?
Yeah,
That's
it's
Halo.
Halo.
Right?
I feel like
Angry Birds 2 is at a 75%. It's got Jason Sudeikis.
Pretty good.
here's a question. I'm actually
critics' consensus, its non-aerodynamic title characters, the Angry Birds movie 2 takes improbable yet delightfully entertaining flight, landing humorous hits along the way.
Because the
There we go.
The birds are hitting
They
blocks.
hit those things. They're angry. They're so angry.
Yeah.
We can go
These
see it
birds.
tonight, guys. 10:15.
Oh man.
Century.
you know what? Book me a ticket. I'll be there.
Imagine going to go watch Angry Birds 2 at 10:15.
No,
On
on
a
a
Wednesday
Wednesday by
with
10:30. I don't know. Last time we had a good time. Last time we saw a movie together, Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, we
had a
had
good
fun
time
together.
together.
Yeah. We had a fun time
it was a
together.
relatively
right?
enjoyable
You had some good
experience
cookies.
Great cookies.
Jen fell asleep. You
I
didn't
had
jump over
cookies
anything.
so good I almost braved Outside Lands Festival to get it again.
I know.
Like driving through the chaos of that, and then I realized it was Outside Lands. I promptly turned around.
fair.
That was it.
You did the right
How's
thing.
Hobbs and Shaw doing? Because
Not good.
some people say it's great, and some people say it's not great.
I don't think
and I
it's doing
can't
great.
understand.
You're talking about
what's up.
money-wise or
Money-wise.
reviews-wise?
Because people are saying it. Like I've seen people on saying like, "Oh, this is the first one that's tanked," but then Rock keeps like Instagramming like, "This is the second coming of Jesus," as far as money is concerned. So I don't know.
I'm going to
where
Box
we're
Office
supposed to
Mojo.
go.
That's where you go? That's what you do?
Mojo,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Kevin's already
Kevin's
got
got
it.
it pulled up right here.
What a dynamite guy.
Worldwide, 442 million with a budget of where's the budget?
I don't know how
There?
you find it on this one.
200 million.
200 million. Ooh, that is not
That's what I'm
good.
saying, dude.
That's really not good.
It's not really not good. It's
No,
just
that's
not
not-
Fast and Furious numbers.
No, that's legitimately like a tank. If it only doubled its budget, that's not good. It has to
we
do
got a
it.
tank.
It's got to do at least triple, from my understanding, for it to be considered like a good.
Let's read from Variety, all right?
Yeah.
Because they have box office. Hobbs and Shaw maintained speed overseas with 60 million. This is from August 11th. Universal's
10 days
Hobbs and
ago.
Shaw raced back to the top of the international box office charts, earning another 60 million from 66 overseas territories.
Kevin's pointing out that it hasn't come out in China yet. That's weird.
It was breaking records in Korea and shit too.
And nobody's saying it's a failure here. You know what I mean? That's the
I just don't
thing.
think it's doing great. Like I at this point, Marvel movies would probably be around 600, right? Like, and I think the movie's still good. I don't know why people didn't go see it. I think
They saw it, watched in review. They said if they don't have Nick and Greg, I won't be a part of this. Somebody had to say it, you know?
what do the other movies do?
That's
The
what it
Fast
was.
and Furious movies, the most recent ones, are like they're insane.
They're billion.
Well, no, they're only one of them I think crossed $1 billion, right? Only Fury 7.
Oh, right.
No, Furious and Fate. So 7 and 8.
Guys, do you
Crossing that
tip
Billy.
at hotels?
Tip who?
Right?
Who would I fuck? Room service? I tip room service. Here, I hate with room service when you get it, it says 15% gratuity added or whatever, but it doesn't say gratuity. It uses some like service. And I'm like, is
Service
this going to the
charge,
person or not?
You guys tip who? Right?
Okay,
Who
so
you
like,
the housekeeper? The front desk?
no, room service.
Yeah, tip
Yeah,
room
I'll tip room
service.
service, yeah.
Like if someone brings me food and they give me the thing that says gratuity, I'll make sure they get a little tip.
No,
the
but I mean
question
like
was-
just the people cleaning.
No.
Like
No, I don't do the tip. Well, I don't let them clean my room. Once I'm in there, I'm like the thing I hate the most, the ticks.
Yeah.
Where I'm in there.
burrowing.
All right, stay out. I put
your
the
Lyme disease.
D&D goes on the door, and I've had it with the wellness check. Are you alive in there? I'm like, yeah, go away. You know what I mean? Like,
Go away! I appreciate it at Toronto this time. First time this ever happened. When we were checking in, the lady was like, how often do you want me to come in to clean the room out?
Yeah.
Like,
3 times a day.
I appreciate it. I appreciate this being up front because I'm like you. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone.
Well,
Yeah,
at the
I'm
front
gonna be
desk,
okay.
like they were like, hey, we're going green. Do you want to do this?
that's how you get
And
extra Bonvoy points, too.
You get like bonus points or whatever, but it means that we only clean your room once throughout this visit. And I was like, yeah, sure,
Every
sounds
day.
good. And then
What are
I
you
go,
doing in there? What are you doing so filthy in there? You
I
need
know it's not filthy at all. I'll tell you guys, it's for it's none of your business, but I'll tell you anyway. When I leave the room, I clean up, I straighten up all my clothes, put it nice and neat, and I like to come back to a nice air-conditioned, like beautifully restored room where like they do the turn down service and all that stuff. I love it. I like feeling at the end of the day, no matter what chaos I've gotten myself into on these here like trips to Toronto and whatnot, even though I wasn't Andy didn't invite me this time. I like to come back to a nice AC room, like 68, 67 degrees temperature, nice crisp sheets made on the bed. Everything's just straightened out. Sounds good. Take clothes off. Start breaking that thing in again.
No, the only reason I agreed to it because I don't always
sauce.
I don't need it. Like I'm
you ever pork at Best Buy?
I'm cool with them not coming in.
I don't. By the way, I don't need the new towel stuff, but I do like them to come in and straighten up the room
Yeah,
a little bit.
I
And
got
like
it.
if I've got because then they come in, they empty out the wastebasket, the trash, and all that stuff. And if I've had like,
how much trash you got?
well, sometimes like you come back, you got the late night pizza, and you're like, I don't want to eat this
fold up
here.
the box and you shove
fold
it
it
in.
up. Well, and then you come back and like it kind of smells like old pizza. I don't want that smell. I like a nice crisp, old carpet smell.
That's what I'm saying.
I like the sense of pride when it's after a 3 or 4 day trip and I look around. I'm like, this is all me. This is the history of me in this
You like
place.
to look at your
Bye.
own fucking swallow or whatever.
How many towels did I get through? Great, awesome.
I only really use one.
Yeah.
I
Well,
use
you know
one.
how I am. If it touches the floor, then I gotta start using another one. It's gross. Can't do it.
What?
Rooms are gross. They're dirty.
Disgusting.
Okay, so I don't disagree with that because in the recent hotel, the recent stay in Toronto,
This is nasty.
I walk into the room, and it's like
Just shit on the walls.
everything looks fine. Like everything looks like it's been cleaned. And I had a beverage with me that I purchased at the airport that I still had in my backpack. I was like, oh, I'll put it in the fridge. Open the fridge up, throw the drink in there, and I noticed something in the fridge, but like it was like white. It was the same color as the interior of the fridge. I didn't pay it a whole lot of mind. I put the drink in there, whatever, close it. And then I'm getting ready because we're about to go out because as soon as we got there, Tim and Greg are like, all right, we just go up, kind of freshen up, and then we come back down. And then so as I'm getting ready, it just
We're the
smells
slave drivers, you know?
it just smells like garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you opened
what?
up
It
that
smells
fridge.
like someone is. But Jen,
Yeah.
me and Tim were gonna go do something else. So we'll get back outside. And I'm like, Tim, my hotel room smells really bad. And he was like, really? That sucks. I was like, yeah, it sucks. Anyway, go back to the hotel after we're done drinking or whatever, and I opened the fridge. And I was like, oh, there's a bag here, and someone had just left food in the fridge. And opened it back up, and as soon as I opened back up, I felt the waft again. I was like, "Oh no, this has been in."
This is where it's coming from.
Yeah, this is the source of it. And I closed it up. I didn't throw it away. I told them like the next morning, like, "Hey."
The next morning.
Yeah.
I would have called.
I would've been on the phone right
immediately
there.
and,
No,
like,
because
get
it was
someone
super
up
late.
there.
Comp this.
It was super late. I didn't want to deal with it. And so I go downstairs immediately the next morning. I'm like, "Hey, there's food
I
left."
go
in the
downstairs immediately the
The
next
next
morning.
morning. after a solid 14 hours of sleep.
Well, I was tired,
I went
bro.
downstairs.
I was fucking tired. I figured like,
And I
all
woke
right,
up
it
and smelled
smells
like
right
a
now,
dead carcass.
but I'm gonna shower, and when I come back, it should be fine. And it was relatively okay. But then the next morning, I'm like, all right, there's food in the fridge. And he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. And also, when I showered, there's a lot of like women's hair on the wall. And it reminded me of like when I would take showers at my ex-girlfriend's house where like, they have long hair and
Yeah,
they put it on the wall
fake
so it
long
doesn't
hair.
go down the drain. That's how this looked. Like there was a fuckload of hair on the wall. And
Yeah,
it was
haunted
all
room.
really, really long hair. And I was like, oh, dude. And I was like, and also there's a lot of hair on the wall, dude.
I'm gonna ask you a question right now. It's a legitimate question. Do you think that someone else was staying in this hotel room and you just narrowly missed each other as you were coming in?
Maybe.
She opened up like, oh fuck,
where's my food?
I got my stroganoff and a free drink.
Yeah.
You keep coming back. It's like, who the fuck threw my
Maybe,
food out?
yeah.
Who kept cleaning up my hair? That was my hair sculpture.
I'm not one to like get really, really pissed off or whatever. But
Yeah.
for the rest of the time, the fridge, anytime I would open it, I'd still get the remnants of that smell.
You gotta fucking.
Yeah, you gotta
crack that
409
whip,
that
man.
fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta have them up there, clean that shit
Yeah,
out.
I'm just not that dude, man. I'm just like
I would have taken the food and put it out in the hallway and then told them you got to come.
oh
get
no,
this fucking
like
food."
they took away the food or
Yeah.
whatever.
You
But
see-
even with it gone though, I'm still saying like the fridge still kind of retained that smell.
Sure,
See,
that's
this
not
is-
an easy solution.
Yeah.
This is where having a wife comes in handy, because I would have been like, oh, maybe I'll just sleep on it. But my wife would have been like, nope,
Your wife in particular
we're
would
gonna
have
change
not had
rooms.
this. Yeah,
we're changing rooms because that smell would have. She's very
Changing hotels.
sensitive to that.
You know what? Fuck it. We're going to a different city.
And you know, if Alex Solomita is anywhere in the city,
I'm not going to a
I'm not
theater.
sleeping in this. I'm just not sleeping in the city.
It sucks because every time we come home from a long night of like eating and then we're drinking and stuff. It's like I just want a nice little bottle of cold water.
sure.
And
you open it up and fucking a witch's head is in there. Just fucking
yeah.
putrid smell.
You know what I don't like though? I don't like the hotels that have refrigerators, but nothing in the refrigerator.
I agree.
What is ours
The
was one of
fucking
these?
point of
Yeah.
having it in there then.
One of the days we came back and I was
What's
like,
the
I could go for a beer or whatever. I'm getting ready or whatever. And I opened up and it's, oh, this is just a fridge. This isn't a mini bar. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Come on.
It kind of saddened me because I was like so used to when we go to RTX, like, oh, there's M&Ms.
Yeah.
Oh, we got little
Some
snacks.
little snacks. I went to
Another like that.
I went to a hotel up in Calistoga over the weekend. Well, you guys were working your asses off in Toronto.
Why
And-
didn't you come
and-
to Toronto?
What's
Yeah,
that?
why, it seemed
I
like
didn't
we
get-
really
I
could
didn't
have
get
helped.
I guess you
Really
guys
could
like
have.
Andy better. But I went in and I walk in and they've got a little courtesy basket of
Nice.
some chips and some Italian lemon cookies and some gummy bears.
Is it in the room or when you walk in the hotel?
No, in the room. You walk in the room, it's like
Wow.
just little courtesy of snacks for you guys if you want. And I'm like, this is lovely. And I slow played those things over the whole
I
weekend.
forget what chain hotel it is, but when you walk in, they give you the hot
Doubletree.
cookies. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because
It's
my mom always got
Wow.
No, because my mom would always
Words
be like,
weren't
"Are
even
you
out of my
staying-
fucking mouth yet."
Are you staying at a DoubleTree?" Because she loves those hot chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
They're good. And then I used to get them.
I
out,
didn't
like,
know this.
I would go down upon checkout if they'd come pick me up if I was visiting or whatever after work trip to LA or whatever. And I would ask them for a couple more for my mom.
And I'm sure they were like, "You fat fucking liar! Just take the cookies. Your mom's not coming." You're like, no,
But I would like,
these
but I
cookies,
would try to
please."
like flirt with them a little bit, like, "Hey, oh god, your hair's looking great right now." Say, my elderly mom's coming into town. and
3
she
months to
really loves your
live. She
cookies."
loves
I'm like,
cookies.
"So you ate 4 of these last night drunkenly?" I'm like, "I need more cookies. Give me more cookies.
Give me them cookies.
Yeah, we actually when we were in Montana, they did the same thing where they had like an assortment of donuts and cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you'd get there at the end of the day, they would have already pulled them out, and so you don't think I didn't ask. Hey, you got that box back there still? Look it up.
What's
Bring it
going
back
on
out
with
here.
that stuff? What's
Was it
going on
for
with
us?
that
I know.
stuff over there?
Yeah.
The hotel we were at
Free shit's
had
good.
a couple weird things to it. One of them was
DJ.
instead of cookies, we had this insane old woman perfume smell that just the entire lobby smelled like the entire time, and I was
Didn't even notice.
Didn't know.
really uncomfortable about. Second off, one night had a DJ, and this DJ, some woman, just like they made a little podium for her that right when you walk in the lobby.
She was the DJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
She was only there
I
Thursday
thought
night.
she was just like a
Concierge?
A
No,
or something.
dude, they had a random podium in like the middle of the lobby with the DJ with the little headphones
That's
on.
so
Nick,
funny.
you would have never let this down. Like she's just standing there.
Again, proof
No, stop. Here we go.
that anyone can be a DJ.
It was so
It's not
bizarre.
hard.
Like I was waiting for them to come down. I'm just sitting there looking
You
at this, and then this
guys-
woman, she's seriously just
You guys
jamming
all
to a hotel
yeah.
lobby soundtrack. Like
You know,
Yeah,
you
it
know what
wasn't
I love?
crazy.
I love when the department stores do that too, where they're like, "We're gonna make this an event, and we're gonna get a DJ at the Nordstrom."
but it's like, remember the piano guy?
yeah,
I was fine
piano
with
guy was
piano
great. It was
guy.
a nice little undercurrent. It mellowed everyone out. So if you thought you're gonna get angry at someone because they wouldn't let you take something back, even though Nordstrom's lets you take back anything, the piano guy was there to mellow it out. Now they got, hey, Philly McCrack, you gonna fucking what are you doing with your life?
Philly
I don't know, man,
McCrack.
but you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm 35 years old. I think you know what I'm gonna really want. I've always wanted to do a DJ.
She
I'm
was
gonna
a
be
fresh
DJ.
22. She was not
No, she
living
was
that
not.
life.
I'll just say
but-
this. You know who
But
spoiled it for
I
everyone?
didn't know she was DJing.
Well, it was
That's
just
so
funny because
crazy
she's
to me.
DJing in this hotel lobby. No one's dancing. No one's. It wasn't even like dance music. It was hotel
No, but
music.
it was the placement of her. She wasn't back near a bar. She was like at the front
Prime
of the
placement.
entrance.
That smacks of some manager somewhere that's like, I'm gonna get my friend a job here, and everyone else is like, wow,
It
why are we doing
more
this?
smacked like she was the concierge, and she's like, "This is a passion project, and I'm gonna fuck off for 30 minutes and DJ over there."
I'm on
that
my
was
lunch
the,
break
that was
right
the
now.
one day where she's like, today's the day. I'm gonna prove to everyone
my
that we
break.
should have a
It's
DJ
like, I've heard
in every
kind of
lobby
funnies here.
across
They
America.
love to talk about what they did in hotels. This is it.
Now here's the
It's just that
problem.
no one ever enjoys the DJ in the lobby or in the department store. There's no one there that's like, this is enhancing
This is
the
what I'm
thing.
here for.
You know? Sorry, what were
I
you
thought
going
you
to
were
say?
joking about department stores.
What I was gonna say is like, there's no way to properly tell this story, and that's what's upsetting, Andy, because it was one of the funniest things that I've
cab
ever
driver.
seen Greg Miller do, ever in my life. And so I'm just letting you all know right now that like
This story won't work, but
the
it was
story,
great.
you gotta believe that it's great.
The second I walked out, I looked at Tim and I was like, it sucks because this story will never be as good telling it as opposed to like experience.
But that's
to
never
try-
stopped the Kind of Funny podcast
Exactly.
before.
And to
That's
try
what
to
we
make
do.
this something that you guys can relate with, because I don't want it to go on too long, whatever. We're in this taxi, and there's a lot of traffic in Toronto.
Oh, I thought you guys were referring to the DJ story.
No.
This is a different
No,
story.
it's a different story.
I
Like,
apologize. I was
similar-
like, guys, you guys nailed it. There was a DJ in the line.
No, there's no
I
more.
understood.
I got the
I
full-
saw
we don't
point A
have
to
more.
point B.
Yeah.
But we get in this taxi,
And it's the
from
end of CNE. We've all the work's done now. We're going back to the hotel.
We're just
one
stoked
final
to go
time.
get food.
So
Like-
much traffic. We're going out for steaks. We're gonna have a great time.
there's a Blue Jays game, there's a Kiss concert, there's a fuckload of cars everywhere.
Yeah, there
traffic
was
in
a Kiss
Toronto.
concert
just
we
for the
knew
record,
because
if you're
the
Toronto
clientele
in
was bad.
general, bad traffic. I've known.
Horrible traffic. So
it's
we're
even
in this-
worse
in
with
this
all these
taxi with
Kiss
this traffic,
maniacs walking.
and it is the most like racist, sexist, all the is taxi drivers that you would expect from a taxi driver. Like you know what I'm talking about, right? To paint that picture.
Yeah.
It's just these aren't Ubers we're dealing with. It is a taxi driver, and it's like, all right, great, we're dealing with this. This guy won't stop talking, and maybe 15 minutes of the ride we were fine. Like he was really quiet.
Well, it
but then
starts off silly.
Greg unlocked him somehow. Like I don't know what happened, but Greg did something. All of a sudden, this dude's like, "Hey, Greg,
I did not.
we're now-
I did not engage.
we're now
I didn't
best
engage
friends,
until he started.
and I'm gonna keep talking and commenting about everybody and honking and yelling.
He's
rolling
honking,
down
he's swerving.
windows.
He rolled down his window to yell at another guy who rolled down his window, and the guy, he's like, "Hey man, you're a bad driver, man. How about that? Why are you doing that over there?" And the guy literally just looks at him, and goes, and rolls his window back up. And I
But
was
like
like,
the thing is
biggest
that
fuck you
Learn
ever.
how to drive is what he was
Yeah,
saying.
man, come on, drive
and,
better.
and he's pissed off, and then
oh, sorry. Let me just to paint this picture because Greg's doing a wicked Jamaican accent right now.
No,
Was
he's
the
not
guy
Jamaican.
Jamaican?
No, he's
Okay.
Middle
I,
Eastern.
I don't know
Middle
what
Eastern,
was
got
going
it.
on. but
no,
there
it wasn't
was-
Middle Eastern. He was, I would say Caribbean of some kind of.
Really?
Yeah, don't you think?
no,
What do you think?
I
he is?
think he was.
really?
Yeah. There was
Oh,
a
the
lot
accent
going
didn't
on.
sound like
Okay.
it. The accent
It paints a
didn't sound
picture. I'm just trying to figure out.
The
I know, but
thing
it was like a-
that's worth telling is that this whole situation's going on. Whatever, it's a bad taxi experience. But this guy kept calling people out and talking shit about them, like, oh, you're too slow. Oh, you're too fast. Oh, you do this or whatever. Greg keeps doing.
Hold
the
on. So
same.
no, what I did is you get to that moment and you've been there. It's at the end of a show. I'm exhausted. We had a great meet and greet. We should have said something at the beginning. I said it on Games Daily. Thank you to everybody in Toronto for coming out to the CNE, coming to our panels, coming to the meet and greet. You were a fantastic audience. So above and beyond what we expected. So many of you came to the meet and greet. It was fantastic. So we're riding high on elation, but exhaustion as well, and also hunger. You know how it is at the end of a show.
Dude, it's the end of WrestleMania.
And we're going. And so you're in that dopey, state of like you just want to sleep a little bit, but you just want to eat whatever. And so we got to the thing of like, this guy is crazy and a lot. And so I can either just clamp down and be quiet, or I can just lean in. And Greg was loopy enough to lean in.
Leaned in. So Greg's in the front seat, me and Andy are in the back. And every time, it gets to a point that every time this guy starts yelling at someone about doing something, Greg will turn back, point at Andy, be like, this guy does that too. Andy John, well, this guy loves to go slow.
He'd be like, these people are going so slow in the street. I don't know why. Get out the road. You can't drive. And Greg would be like, I know. He does the same
I'd
thing.
be like, you're telling me, man. And I go, this guy over here, he drives slow all the time, loves it. I don't know what his problem is. And the guy's like, what's your problem, man?
And he just keeps going, and it just gets to a point where it's like, it happens about 7 times that Greg keeps doing this, and it never gets
He's
less
like, I don't know
funny.
what to tell you. I mean, this guy here.
yeah.
I'd be
But
like,
the
I
best
know,
part
I
to
know.
me was that like me and Andy are just like dying in the back, like, God damn, just let this end. We finally get let out. And then there's some issue with credit cards and blah, blah, taking forever.
course,
So Greg's
of
in the
course
front
there.
seat trying to pay for this. Me and Andy are far out, and we're just waiting. We're like wondering why it's taking so long. And then eventually Greg just rolls the window down and yells, that guy over there, man. He has these problems with the credit card.
You're telling me this guy screws up credit card transactions all the time. And at no point does the man ever acknowledge that clearly I'm fucking with him.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, man, I feel it. You're right there with me.
He was so just like, it was so uncomfortable. Like, it's one of those things where you're in a taxi, you can't. If it's an Uber, you fucking downvote the shit out of this
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You report like this guy was saying
I can never
this guy was
myself
like,
to do it,
oh
though.
yeah, it's a woman, no wonder. Like he was doing shit like that. He was like,
For the record, that was my favorite part, where it was all fun and games, and we were fucking around, and I was blaming Andy, and then the third time, he's like, "This person driving so slow. What's the problem?" And I was turning around like, "Yeah, just like this guy." And as I'm like yelling at the guy is just like, "Oh, it's a woman driver. I should have known." And I was like, oh no,
That's when you just go. That guy does it.
No, I gotta turn around.
Do you remember the Uber driver we had on the way back? I think it was Planet
that's
Comic-Con.
what I'm talking about. Oh, never mind.
No, this is a different one. Where like you're right. At a certain point, you go, because they'll keep talking to you, and you're like, it's probably just easier to adapt and go with whatever narrative.
Yeah.
So we had. I don't know if you guys remember this or not.
I wasn't in the car, but I remember the
I don't
story.
think you were. We had. She was an older woman who just, I don't know. She was just kind of lost at everything, and it became one of those things where we all just like rallied to help her. Like get us to where we were, even though we had no fucking idea where we were, and we were just so supportive. And when we got out, I was like, I think she needs to pay us money from where we're at. But you do that sometimes.
Go with the flow. But it was definitely something special. Like, God, Andy, you need to just get better. You know what I mean?
Remember the guy?
This guy does it.
He's like, yeah, this guy, and it started off like just like just really, really low key, and I'd be like, yeah, I know, I don't know what's wrong with me. That's what I do, and then it just progressively got more.
So
but
funny.
but the guy was fucking crazy, like swerving like. Crazy, yelling at people, pointing at people, and then again like lowering down the window. Those people crossing, he was like, "Hey, across the street, you get hit by a car." Like he says, like it's like what the
Like,
fuck
man, you gotta
is
just
wrong
mellow
with
out
this
and get out
guy,
of the
dude?
car, take a break.
And I think the only reason why the stakes got ratcheted up is because we played along. Like,
No, he was like that. He was
I
already
don't think
on. He was
so.
already gone. I didn't amp him up.
really?
I'm not Batman making the Joker
Yeah.
over
He
here.
in his
He was
own
already
world.
joking.
Like Greg was just talking to us.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember the guy?
But it reminds me of the guy after WrestleMania, the one that
That's
you
what I
like
was gonna
threatened.
say.
Yeah.
I did not threaten that guy. I did not threaten this old man. He was shady as fuck, and
We wanted us to prepay.
Yeah, he was like, I need you guys to prepay. And then he kept saying, well, I'm not going to screw you guys over. I'm not going to screw you guys over. And I just wanted him to know that there would be consequences for such an action.
We were screwed over.
Because he was like, I'm not going to just like pull over and make you guys get out. And I was like, good, because that would be a bad thing if you did that. But then it became, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Because at first we're like, this guy's trying to kill us or threaten us or take our money or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's going to leave us stranded out in the middle of nowhere, and it was cold and rainy. And then it got to the point where we're like, this guy has no idea where he's going or how to navigate. Even though he's a New York City cab driver, he has no fucking idea how to navigate Manhattan. So we all just kind of had to like help him.
When we got there at the end, I remember you being like, I hated him at first, but now I'm worried about him getting home.
Yeah, now I kind of want to give my number, but like, can you text me when you get home, sir? Because
it became this thing where we're like, oh, we're concerned for him. It's like rainy, like poor old man.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, I think they need to close the borders, man. These immigrants. I was like, oh, fucking goddamn
We're
it.
like, you're an immigrant.
And it
Say
became
that.
a thing where like, you wanted him to shut up. He was like, okay, yep.
Trump
And you're
is,
just doing that whole bullshit
Trump's
thing or
pretty
whatever.
great. You're like, wow, no.
Yeah. He's like, I mean, I respect the guy. I was like, oh,
It's
this
always
fucking
it's
guy,
like
dude.
you know they always talk about like around the dinner table you should leave religion and politics out of it. That really should extend.
Oh my God,
to
yes.
cab rides as well. There should be I don't know if it's a function they're thinking about implementing, but they're talking about like with Uber where you could click a button and say like don't talk to me. Like it should also be like here are the subjects that I don't want to talk about.
Oh.
Definitely not politics.
They stole that from
No.
Nathan For You, man.
Did they?
So like Nathan For You, there's a great episode where he's talking to a taxi driver, and the taxi driver's like, yeah, Uber's stealing our businesses. He's like, well, a lot of people like Uber because of the rating system or whatever. So what if we implement this like computer system in your car where the passenger gets in the back seat and they're able to say, yes, I would like to talk. No, I would like to talk. Right. So like they're testing this out. It's all hidden camera shit. It's all like people who don't know they're being filmed. And like Nathan's in the passenger seat and he tells the cab driver, he's like, here's this book about whales, and you need to learn about all the whales you can about sea life. And the cab driver's like, yeah, okay, I can do that. Yeah. And like gives them like a whole lot of fucking books to read and learn about marine life.
Yeah.
And they get into the car and the lady's like, it says, would you like to learn, like your driver's an expert on marine life. Would you like to know? And she's like, yes. And then so he's like, oh, so tell her about marine life. He's like, do you have any questions, ma'am? She's like, yeah, I forgot what she asks. And the guy's just like, I don't know. He's like, you didn't read the books? And he's like, I didn't read the books. He's like, oh my God, we got to. And so they pull over They asked the lady to get out of the car, and they're like, "You got to read the books, man. Like, here's some facts that I could rattle off to you right now, and we'll look up some facts." And then the lady gets back in the car. He's like, "The whale." He just starts like, it's so fucking good, dude. It's the best goddamn show that you all didn't watch.
Either way,
It
I
really breaks my
I
heart.
would have my "Don't Talk to Me" auto turned on.
Sure.
I don't like interacting with Uber drivers. I've said it before, to the point where I used to try to write jokes about how I just don't want Uber drivers to talk to me. Until one time I did a joke at an open mic, and one of the comics was an Uber driver, and she yelled at me. Because apparently that's Uber drivers get this a lot, where she was like, "Hey," like, because the joke was like, "Hey, any Uber drivers in there? Stop talking to me. Like, stop talking to us." And she was like, "Hey." Like,
You're on stage, she's heckling you?
You literally yelled at me. It was like, if I came into your office and started talking to you, yada yada, I was like, no, this is not a fair comparison, because A, if you came into my office
You'd be arrested.
yeah, you'd be arrested. And B, if I invited you to my office, it's a different setting. Like, I can walk away from you and yada yada. So I was like, I'm just not going to engage with Uber drivers anymore.
What do you got? Because
Just the Uber, Lyft, all that stuff. Gia was in Uber recently, and there was a book in the back seat, but it's not what you'd expect.
Jesus.
Just in the back, like under the seat of this guy's car. Do you want to describe what this is?
It
Nick?
is. Oh my god.
That's
World Boner?
The World of Boner.
It's a guy with
magazine.
2 baseball bats.
If you know what I'm saying.
And only one of them can be used to hit balls. Well, that's not true. I guess
Yeah.
the other one could as well. That guy's got a big
Jesus
fucking dong.
Christ.
But like just in the back, like under
Like-
the back seat, like where she went to sit down. It's just there.
So somebody just left it in there as a joke? That's funny.
it's
Well,
easily.
that's the thing is that we're trying to get to the bottom of. Do you think
Kevin-
someone just try to fuck with this?
I'm going to be honest with you. I
Uber
think that
Yeah.
guy can get to the bottom of anyone.
driver? Oh my god!
wow.
Yeah, I think somebody left it in there.
Yeah.
I think they
I'll
were
be
doing
honest with
something.
you, like that, like flaccid. That's like over a foot.
it's
Like,
a lot.
if that guy's a grower, not a shower, then that thing's like 3 feet long.
Jesus,
That's big.
God damn.
That is all.
Can he like claim it as a dependent?
Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Show it to me again. Zoom in on it again there.
Is it blown up? You
I
think it's blown
believe,
up?
isn't that a cock ring up there?
Yeah, it's
So
a
that's
cock
not
ring.
flaccid at all. Like, don't get me wrong, it's
I didn't
not
see that.
up, but it's not.
Still, that's
That's.
big.
I'm
fucking
not taking
sobbing.
away from the man's
You
manhood.
could put the ring over it.
Flaccid.
Flaccid.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna lock the
Think
blood in
outside
there.
the box, Greg.
It's fluffed a little.
Thank you very much.
was
That's all I'm
definitely
saying.
It's definitely
little.
fluffed a little.
All I'm saying is it was fluff, ladies
If
and
I knew
gentlemen.
that I was getting a picture
The
taken of me, I
gigantic
would.
penis is fluffed.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
So if you guys want to look up what we're talking about, it's Boner World, the July/August 2019 issue.
Yeah.
Issue number 6.
Boner World. That sounds
the
like
love
such
issue.
a Paul Rudd joke. Fucking Boner Jams and 40-Year-Old Virgin. That is such a Paul Rudd joke.
And now, a word from our sponsor. Oh, God, indeed.
They're gonna be so angry at us.
No, they'll be happy. Don't worry about
okay.
it. Because it's Boner World. Sponsor is Boner World.
Whoa, what a twist. What a
See,
twist.
the cover of Boner World there looks photoshopped enough that I wouldn't put it past it's like either a gag gift or it is a gag from the Uber driver, and that is the Uber driver. And he just had a picture of himself taken shirtless and pantsless.
It's another.
Yeah, I don't know because it's like I don't know how photoshopped it could be because like there's a lot of details to it. The July
Boner World
to August 2019
magazine.
issue, you know, it's modern. But then also it's like
Oh, there
like,
it is,
look
Boner
at the-
magazine.
Like so whoever would have photoshopped that, like there's a lot
good
of
job,
thought
yeah.
put into
It's a
it.
real
Like
good job.
whatever's going on there, you know what I mean? Like they
The
wouldn't Photoshop.
imperfections.
There's imperfections.
Yeah. The imperfections.
Well, I'm Boner World, bonermagazine.com here.
Different magazine. They're competing.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
okay.
It had the same logo. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Big Boy Ruben is who shows up over here. Oh, Boner Magazine's got
Whoa.
Instagram, and they are
didn't know they were that
blurring a lot of
big.
crap.
Boner, no, it's real big. Boner underscore
How many?
magazine.
How many followers are on Boner World's Instagram here?
Almost
8,000?
almost at 8K.
Boner Magazine is a rebel with a cause, bringing you raw and unfiltered content from inside the gay community. Visit our world version at Boner World Mag.
Wow. Go get them, boners.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sick of
Boner-
boners having to live in shame.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody gets them.
Gosh, again, guys, just, I hate talking about Nathan for You, but you just gotta watch it, man. It's another great episode of Private Detective that Nathan competes with, and it turns out that that guy also used to do nude modeling.
Okay.
And they look into his past, and like Nathan just presents him with this magazine, like, hey, so I was just checking out this magazine, and he just grabs it, and he's like, just like kind of sifting through it, and he knows.
Is this a hidden camera thing again?
No,
Or is that bit?
it's a so for one of the episodes he hires a PI to and he challenges him to find out where he is. Like to find out where Nathan
find
is.
Nathan?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
awesome.
I need you to find and locate me. If you're so good, I want to give you your first Yelp review. He's like, why the fuck do I care about Yelp? Why the fuck do I care about Yelp? I'm on Yahoo. I'm on Google. Well, what the fuck is Yelp? Well, why do I give a shit? He's like, well, I want to be your first Yelp review, but I'm hiring you to find me. And then it becomes this whole thing where like he hires a bunch of people to dress up and look exactly like him, and like they're all run out of a hotel. it's like this. Really,
Where can I watch Nathan for You?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It's this really fucking funny bit. But that guy kind of becomes a character in the Nathan for You universe because he was so popular and he was so funny and he's an asshole. Like he looks at Nathan and he's like, "Look at you, you fucking loser. You're like the king of loneliness. You're the wizard of loneliness is what you are." And Nathan's just sitting there like. like real sad and shit. So this guy, his name is Brian Wolf. He becomes a character, so much so that the ID Network channel hires him for his own show, and it's like Crying Wolf or something like. Because his name is Brian Wolf.
That's good. That's good. I like that a lot.
So he becomes a character, and he's always like bullying Nathan or whatever. And then in one of the episodes, Nathan finds out that he used to
be a nude model
for like Playgirl or some shit or some sort of like nude magazine.
Boner magazine.
Yeah,
Boner
something like
World,
that.
2019.
And he's looking at me and he's like, that guy looks familiar, huh? And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he eventually just admits to it. He's like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, and he's like, but it's not pornography. And he's like, well, like, you're inserting yourself in that woman.
Jesus.
So that's considered pornography. And he's like, damn, no wonder why my parents were so fucking pissed off at me. And he totally just cops up to it, and he's like, yeah, well, they're like, yeah, you're fucking strong. The point is, in order to be good, you have to be big and hefty when you're not hard. Like you have to look big while you're soft, and that's the whole point of it. And he's like giving Nathan pointers on how to make your dick look big. It's just so goddamn good, dude. It's so good.
Don't need to watch that episode. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's so funny.
We have an old school question. An old school Game Over Greggy show question with a twist here from Colin Davis, who wrote into patreon.com/kindoffunny and says,
Goat.
I've got a good one. For this question, there are different groups of animals with varying quantities. You pick 2 groups to defend you while the rest attack you. All right, is everybody ready?
Okay.
So the groups go like this. 50 eagles.
Oh, fuck.
10 crocodiles.
Nope.
3 bears.
Yep.
7 bulls. 1 hunter. 15 wolves. 5 gorillas. 4 lions. 10,000 rats. Choose 2. You're fighting the rest. By the way, love the show. Longtime lurker. Colin Davis.
This is great. It's very visual.
I know.
I'm liking it.
Kevin, I'm going to Slack it to you if you want to throw it up on the... Actually, I can just share the link, I guess, and you could scroll to it, because I have a feeling it's going to be a hard one of keeping quantities and things the way it needs to be. So hold on.
I go for the higher quantities. I'd go for the 50 eagles and the 10,000 rats.
Now, here's my question, though. Do you have mind control over these things?
Exactly.
Because if
Blind
not,
them.
the eagles are just going to fly away. They're going to be like, I don't want any part of this. They're going to go away.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I think they are defending you. Like they know to
like
defend
rats,
you.
like 10,000 rats are inherently still just rats. So they're not going, they may or may not attack you. But if you have mind control and you have 10,000 rats, that's probably
It's like
more
Ant-Man.
powerful than everything else.
Ratman.
Here's the thing. I feel like the gorillas, even though there's only 5 of them, you need to include either them or the lions.
Oh, I'm definitely not fighting a gorilla or a bear. Those are
I
very,
feel-
very strong.
I feel like to me, I'd have to go with the gorillas.
5
and
gorillas.
The eagles.
50 eagles.
50 eagles is insane. They have the talons.
They can pick up
Those
bears.
are crazy. And at the end of the day,
They can
those
pick up bears?
motherfuckers-
No, they can't pick up bears.
No, but if there's 50 of them, I'm sure 10 of them could.
Again, it goes
No,
back to can you coordinate them? Do you have mind control?
Here's what I'll do to establish the rules. You don't have mind control over them like on an RTS where you can like give them commands or whatever, but they know they're defending you. They understand the stakes somehow.
They have
But
flight. Like that's the thing is the eagles. You need to take the eagles because if you choose the other ones, how are they going to take down the flying things?
Yeah,
there's
that's
just a
so true.
sheer advantage.
well, they
because
have
can
to
fly.
kill you, so they're coming in. Like the
Yeah,
only
but
way to win is
there's
to eliminate
50.
you.
I feel like the eagles are kind of unfairly weighted here. 50 is a large quantity. They
a
have
large
weapons
quantity.
and they have the air factor.
Sure.
But they're also like, if it were 50 crows or 50 like tiny pigeons, that'd be one thing. But it's
Eagles,
too much of a
birds
good
of
thing.
prey.
Yeah.
You have to go with the 50 eagles because they can peck out the eyes of the enemy, and
That's a good point.
and there's not a whole lot of the enemy, so that's why I would go with 10,000 rats and 50 eagles.
The rats are a waste.
Because I want the rats and the eagles to just go for the eyes. And the eyes are gone, and I'm out of danger.
That's the thing. We need to know a little bit more about the battlefield as well. Like, are there corners for the rats to be backed
fair.
into?
I envision this in the wilderness.
Wide open plain or
there's
wilderness?
there's a creek cutting through,
Okay.
sloping
trees.
sides,
It's Beaver
trees.
Creek.
enough,
Halo.
enough variety so that it would make a cool map in like Fortnite.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure. It looks like Blair Witch kind of. We're in Blair Witch.
I feel you.
Okay.
So I feel like the hunter seems
The fuck out of here.
like a bad call, but like you
Yeah,
imagine
but-
he has weapons. 'cause he's a
Exactly. That's my
hunter.
thing is I don't want the hunter on my team, but I do worry about the hunter being in a elevated crow's nest. You know what I mean? He gets all he needs is one good shot on
Maybe
me.
he's got trampoline.
Yeah, but the hunter's not.
Maybe he's got a trampoline too.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Just hopping from trampoline to trampoline.
Sure,
he's
fair.
really hard to catch.
Maybe he's hang gliding.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
The hunter's
you go-
not going to
no.
do well against the rats or the eagles. They're going to be hard to shoot. 50 of them.
But again, to win this game, it's to kill you. I say, right? Or did I change this? Varying quantities, 2 groups defend you while the rest attack
That's a
you.
good point.
It's the way to win this game is you die.
The hunter doesn't have to kill 50 eagles.
100%.
The hunter has to kill you.
Yeah.
well, 10 crocodiles are done. Those are out. We don't need the crocodiles. They're too slow moving on land.
I think there's too
Yeah.
many variables. Like,
Well, I mean, that's why
at
it's a
what distance-
hypothetical,
At
you
what
know?
distance are we starting? You know, like, do I have an infinity shield around me that
No,
will
you don't have
protect
an
me from
infinity
my
I think
shield?
I think I would take 3 bears and 5 gorillas against everything else.
3 bears and 5
Even
gorillas.
the eagles, though.
Oh, but 4 lions. Lions are fucking brutal.
See, that's my initial thought, knee-jerk reaction on this was I wanted 5 gorillas, of course.
and 4 lions.
And that I like the lions, but I also like
'Cause I
15
think,
wolves.
But I think 5 gorillas could
Wolves
take
get
3
big, man.
3 bears. I think 5 gorillas could fuck up 3 bears, depending on how big they are.
Yeah, that's the
gorillas
thing.
are really strong.
Look,
Yeah, I know,
bears,
but bears, they're-
gorillas, lions, right? Like out of those,
Oh my.
if it was just them,
Yeah.
Good, thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
What are the who would win that fight?
Bears, gorilla, lions,
Yeah.
3-way dance. Or are they fighting? Are we 1v1ing them?
Yeah,
Is
or
like
is somebody
tournament,
getting tagged
robining?
Anyone, any which way.
that's a big wolf.
Wolves
Yeah.
are cool, man.
Wolves are
fast.
awesome, and that's
I
the
feel like
thing.
gorillas win though because they have the fangs. They're also strong as all hell,
Yeah.
and they're just
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. A gorilla
Bears
can,
are so tough though.
a gorilla can fucking
No,
tear up.
I for sure want the gorilla because
anything.
the gorilla will use weapons.
Gorilla will beat the
They'll
bear.
figure out how to fucking rip things apart. The question is, what can take down the bear? Because the bear undoubtedly
Gorilla.
is going to be the biggest and most
look at-
powerful.
Can you pull this
thing.
picture up, Kevin?
I mean, I don't think that's really
That's not a real
happening.
picture.
No, but just pull up the picture.
It's definitely not a real picture.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody got the gorilla versus the bear action shot.
At the zoo, it's at the zoo
It's on
too.
powerlifting.com.
We've
If
been
you
down
look
this
at
road before.
If you look at we have been down this road, but bring this up, please. If you look at this picture, like just even if it's fake, who do you think would win? Because
Yeah.
I really think the gorilla wins this.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
The bears
bear
have just
looks
been built
dumb.
up in our mind. Scroll down. What do they say?
I mean, this is from powerlifting.com.
Who else would I believe? Who else would I believe?
Silverback. Let's go to the weight discrepancies there. Can you scroll back up, Kev? Right there.
Yeah.
So silverback gorilla, 5 foot, average height, 5'6", 6 feet at the largest, 300 to 400 pounds, 500 pounds at the largest. We'll just go with the largest numbers. The grizzly bear, 1,500 pounds
Okay.
at the largest,
Yeah.
10 feet tall, has claws, ridiculous strength, and will bite. I actually am now giving the nod to the bear.
See, that's my thing.
1,500 pounds is
Fuck.
a weight differential of 3 times the weight is a lot.
Gorillas.
Gorillas are way stronger than we think they are. That's the thing, though. Like, it's more of a PSI thing. You know, like, you
Look
know
at
how
his
like dung
fucking
beetles can
paw.
like carry their weight in like by a million. Gorillas are the same way. Gorillas are so fucking strong, and I know that the bear has size on it, but I think the bear is still overall a weaker opponent.
Let's see. Let's look at this bear. I asked hunters if they had a 9mm pistol and a grizzly bear was charging them, would they feel confident they could kill it? Most of them said no. The gun would damage but not kill the bear, and it would just anger it. Many said the gun would not even be able to penetrate the skull of the grizzly. If a 9mm can't stop a bear, a punch from a gorilla
Wow,
won't
that's a
either.
great point.
I don't know
Yeah.
if a 9mm won't puncture the
No,
skull
but here's
of a
what I'm
bear.
picturing. Here's what
It'll
I'm
still
picturing.
fuck it up, though.
I'm picturing Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, where he tears the gorilla or the T-Rex's mouth in half,
Christ.
jaw by jaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bears.
And if you could take down a T-Rex.
Bears' hands don't really have that ability. Like a you know, I don't
or
know.
the mind state. That's the thing, dude. The gorillas, they're gonna bite, rip a puncture, and then rip that motherfucking bear open.
No,
from the
gorillas
stomach.
are undoubtedly very dangerous creatures. The question is, do you want to be against them or with them versus a bear? Because the bear,
there's 5.
3 bear. I mean,
gorillas,
bear.
3 bears.
If we're getting a 1,500-pound animal, that is at 10 feet tall. That's one swipe. It's fucking up a lion. Pretty easy. Pretty
We
easy.
also have our eagle friends.
I don't think the eagles are going to do much damage.
Here's the thing, though. Again, and I
talking
just want to be very clear
chip
about
damage.
what we're talking about, right? Is that it's not about them fighting each other. It's about them getting to you. So the eagles are an interesting one of we're going to have the grizzlies surrounding us. You know what I mean? Like they're in.
bears.
Just constantly.
As a natural eagle net.
We can take the bulls out.
Nobody wants
7
bulls.
bulls.
Bulls are dangerous.
Right now, Kevin could fight 7 bulls and win.
Bulls are dangerous, but like
For every Spider-Man
Bulls
game
versus
I've ever
lions.
played,
Maybe.
what does a bull do? What does a bull do?
Bulls got horns.
it charges. You got to walk out of the way.
Exactly.
hit the
Run him
wall,
into the
and
other
then
bull.
You beat him up.
Yeah, exactly. We know how to do this.
Bulls are fucking huge, though.
Yeah.
They're pretty big animals.
But if their balls aren't all fucked with, they're not that angry, right? So they just chill out.
So a bull could be as far as it could be 6 feet tall and as long. It looks like as 10 feet long. Holy shit!
What
That's
if-
a big fucking animal.
Not
That's a big
impressed.
thing.
What if I could?
I think a lion could take it down though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Is I think they're probably going to be slower, and I think lions could because lions hunt in packs. Bulls, lone wolves.
How many lions do we have?
We have 4 lions.
4 lions.
You have 4
Does that
lions.
qualify as a pack?
It's a pride for sure. Yeah.
I don't think I would not go for a lion.
No.
No, I would not go for 4. It would have to be like 10 lions for me to consider it, because 4 lions are slow.
Now I'll say this though.
They're pussies.
Have you seen The Revenant?
Pussycat.
I have.
Remember how easy Leo took down that bear?
No. That's not how I remember that movie going.
Now, here's the thing. I've been like really discounting the rats. 10,000
Templeton.
rats.
That's a
right?
lot.
Let's think of a rat.
That's a whole
average
football
rat.
field of rats.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Look,
I feel like you're not stopping the rats. You're
Check
right. You
this
might
out.
want to get the rats just because they're unstoppable.
Dude, there's
like,
no
you think
way.
a bear's going to stop? What's the bear's going to stop? At least 100 of them? But then what about
Yeah,
the
it's
other
sheer numbers game.
99?
Yeah, if he's just sitting there
They're just
swiping at the
running
floor.
through the legs. Yeah.
Also, if
But
you
how many rats does it take to kill a human person?
So that is okay. That's a good place to start because then it is taking you down. How many rats could take
God.
you down, Greg Miller?
So look at this. Kev's got the chart.
1,000. I think
Pick
so.
2. The rest will defend you. Apparently.
Oh, wow. So this is,
so Davis. Colin Davis.
Colin
you fucking,
Davis is just
stole this
totally
from
giving
someone.
us garbage, and he's just
What do you mean
everybody
he's
does
passing
this?
this off of a popular Reset Era thing. No, I'm kidding around. I mean, it's really up there, but yeah.
Tim, you know how in Halo
That's a lot
you
of
get
rats.
shot, but you throw
That's
a
a
grenade.
ton of rats.
You throw a grenade before you get shot, and
Yeah.
you kill someone from the grave. So I'm picturing having all these rats defend you. Right? You eventually die, sure, but
They carry you.
Here's my thing: is they
but the rats go inside of the
You.
animals' mouths.
long game.
Start
Or their-
long
or their-
game.
or
That's
their
what I'm saying.
buttholes.
Choke them.
Well,
in there.
Yeah, get in there. Like dig into the
take down the
intestines.
gorilla.
Like they can't eat
It's
everything.
like Drax in Guardians.
Right, good call. Guardians
Yeah,
2.
can you imagine like bulls pissed off or lions pissed off, and if there's like 10 rats that go inside a lion's mouth and hold up the jaws and let other ones sneak
Sure,
in,
sure.
and like
This little
burrow.
rat.
Yeah,
Go.
I mean, a lot of them are holding up.
Oh, yeah.
And then the rest
You're
of
right,
them are
it's a
just
good
all
point.
sneaking in there.
It's a good
you know?
hypothetical.
There's so many to deal with, and they go for the eyes too.
See, I don't. For
don't
some
think
reason,
they
I
attack
like
you
the
like that,
10,000 rats odds of it killing me in the attack if they were attacking me. But them defending me, I'm not as confident in. Because again, we don't have mind control. They know that they need to kill the other things, but I don't think
what
the
you're saying
rat's
is-
smart enough to figure out how to do it.
Put the rats on your side just to take them out of the equation. Let them form a wall on top of each other's shoulders like a pyramid for like a cheerleading pyramid.
Again, I just said I don't think I can mind control them, and that's not what a regular rat would do. But that's a good idea.
But I also don't think a regular rat's gonna immediately go to kill you. I don't think.
But if they knew, they all the animals all understand the stakes. Attacking team understands they are there to kill me. Defending team understands they're there to defend me. But beyond that, I don't think we have like really good strategies.
the question really is this: Can a pack of wolves take down a bear?
Yes.
Yeah.
15 wolves. They're all crazy. They're all scratching.
Because I think we're. I think
15's a big
maybe.
number, too.
I think
Dude,
maybe
rat-
we're because I feel like here's the thing.
Wolves are too big,
I feel
man.
like maybe we're discounting how good these wolves are going to be in this fight. They can get low to the ground. For the rats.
Aerodynamic. Yeah.
Okay, and they're super fast. They can fuck up the eagles very quickly. They have a lot of fur, so when the eagles go to cut, it just rolls right off. I think maybe the best combo here would be you got your heavy hitters and the bears, and you've got your forward strike team, which is the 15 wolves. Because I feel like 15 wolves could take down 4 lions.
MyYellowstonePark.com. Yellowstone grizzly bears versus wolves.
Yeah.
For decades, the sole rulers of Yellowstone were grizzly bears. Today, they are learning how to cope with the rise of an equal competitor,
Wow.
the reintroduced gray
is
wolf.
cool.
The gray wolf.
Of course.
It's always the gray wolf.
So if they're equal, we have 3 bears,
Well, no.
15 wolves.
Well, I don't think
But
it's
I
like
think
1
it's
to 1.
not
yeah.
1 to 1.
See,
I think it would have to be at least
we need to get
a
the
few
math
wolves.
right. There's a science to this. We just got to get the numbers.
Somebody named Smith is getting quoted here. The grizzlies are more powerful, but the wolves are quicker and outnumber the bear. It's always interesting to see the interaction between the two carnivores.
Have you seen that off?
Do you think they see each other and it's just like game respects game? They're like, what's up? And
we
they just
could.
keep walking.
Like we're two goats.
The goats.
Have you seen that video of the lion, the really really old lion being surrounded by the hyena?
No.
You never seen that video?
Lion King? The end
No,
of
no, no,
Lion
no, no.
King?
So there's a video online. Kevin, can you just Google it? It's hard to explain, but it's one really really old lion and a lot of hyenas, and the old lion is like too old to keep up, and they're attacking from all angles, and it's biting some hyenas and fucking them up, but like it's too old, and they're like,
Can't keep
This
up.
is the end of Lion King. This is Scar. You're describing Scar.
they're like the lion is too old. To
Also,
blah,
it was
blah,
really
blah.
crazy. It was very
Yes.
vibrant and almost looked like it was.
We're going to get claimed on
We're
this?
probably gonna
No,
get
we're just going to
claimed.
watch it.
Let me give you some reading material while this happens. Is that okay? Or do you want to watch this uninterrupted as the
No, you
hyenas
can
fuck
read
this
it.
dude
It's
up?
fine. This is sad.
Maybe can we watch this like picture in picture so it isn't this big? Because I am worried about getting claimed, I guess. Like,
Well, who's it from?
I don't know.
It's a BBC thing. They're not going to claim
so anyway,
Well, should we
They
call
don't need the
Gary?
money.
He can ask.
the
we
old
call Gary and
lion's
see if they're
the
for
old
profit?
lion's fucked up and tired and shit. But then it has a friend in the distance that's like, oh shit, my dude's in trouble.
Oh, man, he's all bloody, yeah.
and see,
Oh,
like, look at
shit.
yeah, but he's getting tired. He's been at this for a long time. He's old as shit, dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just trying to take one
He's
of them
Tim
at the same
Duncan out
time.
there trying to play the Oklahoma
What do you
City
do?
Thunder.
What's his friend doing?
He's coming out.
casually
He's coming out.
dude.
moseying
Look at
up
he doesn't
to
need.
it.
Oh, he doesn't need to run. He's like Mufasa, man. They know.
Yeah, and then
fucking know.
the fucking Attenborough guy's like, you know, one old lion is enough for these hyena, but two makes it an unfair fight. And then they start hugging each other. 'Cause he's like, "Oh my dude, you're here, man."
You'll be in my heart.
Damn it. No, Greg. Wrong movie. We've been through this.
Back to Yellowstone, though. Quote, it's almost like the wolves are mosquitoes buzzing around the bear's head. Although individual mosquitoes can't overpower you, if there are enough of them, they'll win. That's sometimes what happens with the grizzlies and wolves. The bear gets near the den, and the wolves just annoy the heck out of
Well,
them.
the wolves have SARS.
Gross.
Or
The
now,
wolves
West
in
Nile.
Yellowstone won't give up. They just constantly orbit around the bear. I've actually seen one wolf bite a bear in the butt when he turned around. It seems
That's fucked up.
Sounds like a kindergarten or
I
something.
feel like the wolves. And here's what I'm saying.
But-
I'm going to put this out there.
One time, Smith watched as one bear held 24 wolves at bay at a carcass. The wolves had taken out a bull elk, but the bear took over the meal. Another time, he says there were 10 wolves and 4 bears on a wolf kill. The biggest bear controlled the situation. All the wolves and the 3 bears sat around and waited for their turn.
Wow.
So I think you got to
Bears are so fucking
have
tough,
the bears
man.
on your team. They are like the biggest, baddest in all of Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Mike
man.
did come in.
And I feel like the wolves
Thank
would be
you.
fun to just hang
Thank
out
you
with
for
because they
that.
seem like they have a good sense of humor, biting bears in the ass and just running around.
Yeah.
You know what I
Trubisky.
mean?
All right,
Getting out
so
there
what's
and getting a
everybody's
little
2 picks then? One,
God,
we got to
it's
do it
so
real
hard to
finally here.
pick, man.
I know
I
it's tough.
say I'm gonna go with. Fuck, man, lions are big too, though. Because these are lions, not female lions, right? These are like male lions. They're not
so
lionesses.
now you're going to make a whole gender thing about
Well, no,
this.
because the lionesses are smaller, but they're also better at hunting.
I was
So we
just
got to
fucking-
figure this out.
Here's what I'm doing. I take the 50 eagles.
Okay.
Just because it's cool.
2 of them
Can they fly you off?
Oh, shit.
go kill the hunter immediately. Bam, right in the head. Right, the weapons are gone.
Bam, right in the head.
Right in the head.
They was like, what?
Concussion.
They're kamikazing?
Yeah. Concussion. He's not dead, but he's feeling it in the
He's
morning.
off the playing field. He's off the playing field. I can't see straight.
So there's no long range weapons at play anymore.
Not to mention, just have if you have this kind of control over the Eagles, have one of them hit him in the head, the other take his gun. Guess what? Now he's got another man out there.
Whoa, we got an eagle with a gun now. And then the other 48 eagles,
Bam!
pick me up, fly me away. I'm safe.
Wow!
Just like
Andy.
that movie series you keep talking about,
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
When they picked him up,
right.
Honorable awards.
and they saved him for no reason. They were like, "We'll just get in the fight now, right at the end."
Yeah.
I'm
'cause
taking
the
for
ring
sure.
rates would've,
For sure. Oh, fuck. It's so tough. This is such a tough question. Based on everything we said today, I'm surprising myself, and I'm taking 3 bears and 10,000 rats.
Wow.
Because I know I'm gonna have the rats,
the rats will
stand
hold open the
guard.
lion's
And
mouth.
well, not even that. I think just 300 rats covering a fucking crocodile. I mean, that's gonna be a problem.
They're gonna get to it. They're
They're
gonna
like My
burrow.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like the lions
Yes,
just
it
gonna
will be
bat
like
them
My
all
Girl.
away. Rats versus bull. I have no doubt the stupid bulls are going to get overwhelmed.
A
They're
riot-
just dumb and they have small pea brains. But a fucking lion can just, just bat
No,
through, eat
dude,
them all.
but there's too many. They're everywhere. You only
10,000
It's
rats.
10,000.
That's a lot
Nick.
of rats. You're right. It's a lot
And
of
like they're
rats.
gonna get on your back and they're gonna be climbing and you're gonna be like, where do I swipe? And when you're swiping up here, they're on your legs.
Yep.
And then they're everywhere, dude. And then you get tired.
Then they go for the
So-
pud.
Yeah.
Oh man, they go right for the dick. So, what are you gonna take, Tim?
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm switching to what Andy originally said: 10,000 rats and 50 eagles.
Yeah.
It's a numbers
Control
game.
the land and the sky.
I just feel like the
this-
Eagles aren't going to be able to do anything against
Eagles
the
are
Cowboys.
dude,
The
they're
things.
Eagles are
They
crazy.
have the weapons. They have air. Like that's the thing.
But
Is
let
like,
me ask you this question: you ever seen a cat kill a bird? You ever seen a bird kill a cat?
I have.
You ever
I've seen
a bird
cats
kill a
kill a
cat?
bird.
yeah.
There you go.
Eagles?
There's your answer.
Like we're not talking about like a Tweety.
It's true. I have seen an eagle actually pick a goat up and
Yeah,
drop it
like,
off the
fuck
side of a
those things
fucking
up.
mountain.
And we
Yeah.
got 50 of them, right?
Shit.
And then here's the thing: it's like the fact is that it's not a battle royale, last man standing. It is like just it's capture the flag.
Can one get you? What are you looking at? It's
hold
eagle
on.
versus a bear.
Kevin, to control. Here comes this eagle versus a bear. All right, we'll see who's getting it. Who's getting and who's giving it? You know what I mean? Let's see who's the craziest one in the jungle.
These are my favorite battles. I
Bald
love
eagle attacks grizzly.
These are my
At that.
favorite
In the
videos
neck
to watch.
river.
One on one.
Look at this guy.
This is
What
a
a
malnourished
what a-
bear.
Look at that.
What do you
guy.
mean mountain? He's
weak.
He's
He
chilling.
might have just come out of
He's not-
hibernation.
yeah, I was gonna say he's not weak.
They come out, they lose like 100% of the weight.
He's just chilling. Good life up here. Gonna walk through this tall
Look at his
grass.
little
and
ass.
not
Look
worried
at this
about-
stabilized
fuzzy bear
footage.
I'm not
ass.
worried about ticks
Just
at
looking
all.
for a picnic table.
Is there a drone? Is this guy on a drone? Look at his ass. Bears have funny asses.
They do.
Just let it play from here, Cavia. Thank you.
This is
He's here.
Now
Look,
imagine this,
what a
there's-
great day. I'm sure I don't need a bunch of my friends. Ah! the fuck? The fuck? That eagle is trying to snatch me?
What's your problem?
Eagle trying to snatch my will?
See, going for the
Go
eyes.
for the fucking eyes, dude.
What am I telling you?
And that's an eagle not told you have to kill everything else.
Right?
Yeah, you know what?
50 of them.
Eagles go for the eyes. They're done, dude.
Team Eagle Rats.
Team Eagle Rats. That's a pretty good team there. It's a good team. I
No,
agree.
it's
Yeah.
what
I don't
it
like
is.
it though.
Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah. Makes for the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rattle.
Oh, God. This has been the
Thank
Kind of
you
Funny
for
podcast.
listening.
Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, each and every week, sometimes four best friends gather on this table, each coming to talk about whatever they want to talk about. If you like that and you enjoyed the show, head over to patreon.com/kindoffunny to support us. If you don't have any bucks to toss our way, no big deal.
okay.
Each and every episode goes live for free with ads, no pre and post show, not live. YouTube.com/kindoffunny, roosterteeth.com podcast services each and every Friday. If you'll excuse us, we got a post show to do for those patrons. But until next time, no. It's been our pleasure to save you.
Thank you for watching, Mr. Potter.
This love
I'm trying,
has
man.
taken
You're
control.
usually so good.
It just sounds like he's eating a gobstopper.
Well, Mr. Potter.
It sounds like
Hermione
Heathcliff
brings
Huxtable
that.
is trying to do Professor Snape.
7 points from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter.
I don't know how it's getting so much worse.
It's not getting better.
I'm trying, man. It's
Right,
fucking
man?
hard,
Rome
dude.
wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built
It's
in a day.
fucking hard.
I mean, you guys have brought me around to the eagle. The 50 eagles and thousands. I mean, because like
They
you
go
think about
up to
it,
the eyes. They're done.
10,000 rats. There's no way you're gonna stop them.
There's so many.
There's
and
no
then
way you're
the
gonna
Eagles,
stop 'em.
it's like you're distracted by the fucking rats. You're like, you're this big dumb bear. And then there's the Eagles above you. You're not
Dive
looking up.
bombing you.
I
They're
just feel like
dive
They're
bombing,
dive
bro.
bombing, dude.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
a few of them
right.
are like, I will like sacrifice my life for you, Andy. You know, and they're diving in. It's like beak first, and if they don't die, they're right back into the
And
lineup.
that's the
It's
thing,
like,
too, like-
you play knockout at the courts, right? Cool, Greg. You play knockout, you make it, you get right back to the back of the line. You're back in, going for somebody else's eyeballs, dude.
The Bulls are blind, right? The Eagles are out there hindering the vision of everybody. They got
Yeah.
eagle eyes. Literally, it's in the name.
Yeah.
They know they got eyes on you, Nick. They're gonna come down and get you.
Eagle eyes are watching you. Greg sees your every move. This is a fun one though.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like? Does part of you ever wish you could hang out with a bear?
Yes.
Just be
yeah.
friends with him, hang out with him, like
Oh, yeah.
go see movies and shit with him.
My
You probably
favorite.
have to get a couple of extra seats.
I swear, like I could go down rabbit holes all day and night of animals interacting with each other. I love seeing the wiener dogs run up to the lion and the lion's
Oh, and
just
they
like,
lick his mouth.
yeah, the lion, like they've known each other since they were young, and now the lion's all big, and he's just like kind of playing with them. And then I
It
love
never ends well, though,
I
dude.
love
No, the lion and the wiener dog.
You see, but here's the thing: it's like Fox and the Hound. You
Oh, you
watch
mean
90%
eventually?
of that movie and you're like, oh my God,
Nah.
this is great. And then the last 10%,
Different
you're like,
stories, dude.
you fucking asshole.
And
Why
there's
would you do
There's
that?
another video of like of an orangutan taking care of baby tigers, and it's like feeding them with the bottle, and it's like I love watching videos like that, man.
Only a matter of time.
Nature's
though, before
cool,
The
dude.
orangutan bites your face off.
It's true. Horrifying conversation.
I remember that one video on Oprah where that one lady had her face torn off by a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really
Chimps
scary.
are brutal.
Yeah, dude.
why you
DJ
can't
Kento
keep 'em as
says,
pets.
you got to check out this new Netflix show, Hyperdrive. It's basically American Ninja Warrior meets Fast and Furious.
Oh, I saw it on the main page.
I don't understand how
Kenta.
how you combine those things.
I think it's just like random people competing in things and like driving and like contests and stunts, and it's like Top Gear almost. Dude, Top Gear is great. You also watch Top Gear.
Nick watches it.
I've watched Top Gear. Yeah.
It's great.
Do you like the new iteration of it though? Did you ever watch the Grand Tour?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. I don't think it was as good, but I still enjoyed it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Wow. Charlize
From
Theron.
executive
Wow.
producer Charlize Theron.
The villain from
Whoa, these guys
Or
are out of their
Theron, I
minds.
don't know.
This is a bad
Whoa.
idea.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, they're gonna make out. It's sexy.
Do what you need to do, make it happen. Okay,
Doochie
cool.
doochie.
His car is gonna blow up.
Oh my god, this looks dangerous.
I'll tell you what's a cool thing that might get you into a show like Top Gear, Tim. Is every week they do something crazy. They do like crazy tours or like it's kind of like when we do IRL stuff. It's like a lot of skits, but it's like them driving across the country in really fucking awesome cars. But then every week they bring in a celebrity to just talk about their lives, and that celebrity races around their track in this one car that they always use, and it's always like a lower end. It's almost like they'd get like a Toyota Camry or
I'm
something,
finding a good video.
or a Corolla, and they have every celebrity race in that car around the track to compete for the best time.
Cool.
So like it'll be, I saw one where Rupert Grint came in, I think, and was like trying to beat whoever was on top. And
Ron?
yeah,
From Harry Potter.
Yeah, and the guy who was like on top was like, I don't know, like fucking, I don't know, Joey Gladstone, or like, you know, just people like that. Wait, is that a real person?
It's no. Well, that's,
That's
the
the
character
character.
Dave Coulier played on Full House.
Yeah, it'll be like Dave Coulier. It'll be like, you know, there'll be
Cut
celebrities,
it
but you
out.
see the whole list of like, oh, all the celebrities. Well, where do you think you're gonna land? I think I'm gonna beat so and so, and like
that.
it's super cool. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Kevin. Sorry.
Whoa,
I just sent a video.
you all right?
Can you?
Wow.
It's bear related since we're on a bear tear here. Saw this one on Reddit the other day, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me! What would go through your mind right here?"
Oh,
watch this. You seen this one?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the Lion one where the guy shoots it at the last second.
Oh, you mean?
God,
Just gonna- I'm gonna sneak up on this bear like an idiot.
Fucking mind. Maybe they're like, oh, he's small.
Kick him into another dimension here.
Looks
Kick
like
him.
a
He
Kid
kicks
Cudi
him.
video.
Kicks him down a little bit, right?
And this is a terrible fucking idea.
Right.
Fucking
You
moron.
fucking idiot! What did you think was gonna happen?
He kind of looked like Portillo for a second when you hold Portillo and he does that like
Oh, the
Yeah.
penguin thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Porty does that a lot.
Idiot.
Man, that guy. That's not a good idea.
No, I would not suggest that in any way, shape, or form. Kev, can we see the chat again? Is watching you. Mr. Yasmin asked, has Gia seen Fleabag on Amazon Prime?
I don't. think
Everybody's
so.
talking about that
Dude,
shit.
I cannot recommend it enough. 2 seasons. It's awesome.
What is it?
It's this woman over in England who doesn't have her shit together. It's like her
How do you watch
narrating.
so much TV, man.
Huh?
You watch a lot of TV.
No, I don't. I really don't. I'm very
Really?
selective about what I watch. Yeah. But these aren't long episodes and it's short seasons. But she doesn't have her life together and it's her trying to sort it out and like the shenanigans she gets up to.
Gia just read a book, and
Bible.
I don't have much
The Bible.
info on it. It wasn't the Bible. It's a story that's about to be turned into
Quran.
either an HBO or Netflix show at some point. Like it's just a crazy ass story of some woman that like was living a crazy ass, schemy ass life and going around living her life from different hotels, but staying there just long enough that people wouldn't like catch on that she wasn't paying correctly. And she would stay places and like claim she had money, but she always paid cash and she would tip everyone really well. So everyone was really nice to her. And they kept this whole scheme going where she would just go from place to place and like start racking up, living this ridiculous lifestyle. And she had this friend that they would go on trips together. And then she ended up going on some vacation somewhere. And she was like, oh man, like I'm in trouble here. Like I'm having some debt. And the friend was just like, oh, it's cool. I'll help you. I'll like put the money down and we can figure it out later. And she splits and like leaves like 40K. Jesus. And the friend who had been friends forever with this person put the money. She didn't have enough money because she was just like some intern at a Vogue magazine or something like that.
Okay.
And used the company card.
Oh.
to pay.
It's a terrible idea.
And ended up getting super fucked.
Yeah.
And it turned into this crazy ass lawsuit. And then this woman now wrote a book, and like now she's like mega successful because
Good for her.
yeah. But it's like it was
Wait,
a
the woman-
crazy
the
story.
one that
the
loaned her
woman
the
that
money?
got fucked over that loaned.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
is now she wrote a book, so now it went crazy bestseller. So she has a lot of money. But like it's a crazy story of them going to court and like having to deal with it all, and the court being like, "Well, you fucked up. Like you shouldn't have used the corporate card. Like you shouldn't have given the money. Like you are part of this problem."
Yeah.
And apparently, I think it was Netflix is making a thing about this, and they got to be in the courtroom. So it's like,
Oh my God.
that's how on top of it Netflix is now, where they're just like,
Nice.
for the documentary, we're there.
I've seen their house, my 4K TV. It's great. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very, the blacks are very black.
Yeah.
Very, very black.
Wow.
You texted me that, and it made me really
So
happy.
excited.
I
Games are
teared
looking
up
good
a
in there.
little
Games
bit.
looking good in
So
there.
excited for
Did
you,
you
man.
Thank you.
boot up Horizon yet?
No.
You should.
Yeah. I'm playing another game that I can't talk about.
You
That's what it is.
Horizon's real pretty though.
Also, like Uncharted 4
Yeah.
will look real good. Yeah. And then plug in an Xbox One X
Uh-huh.
and play. Oh man,
Ghostbusters.
I'm trying to think of like the best thing. What did I?
Here's
what
my
did I play
question.
recently in 4K that was like true 4K, true 6? Oh, Red Dead.
Yeah?
Like I know you didn't like Red Dead 2,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
dude,
Just to
like
see it.
on Xbox One X, like it runs in full 4K at
Yeah.
fucking no, it's not 60, but it's or is it? I don't know. It
Last
looks really,
night,
really good.
Tim,
though.
I turned on Netflix for the first time on the new TV. I used the PlayStation because I was just looking to eat while I was something to watch while I ate. But it asked me, do I want to upgrade to the Ultra Netflix or whatever for like $3 more a month? That would give me like the crazy
yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Does that give you 4K streaming?
But I still shouldn't use that app. I should use the app on the TV.
app.
I don't know, man. Like
100%. That's not even a question.
yeah, but like when I watch Planet Earth 2 on my either Xbox One or PS4, like I don't, and I'm the same way as you. I'm a sucker for quality. I don't see any issues. I don't see like
What do you mean when you watch it though? What are you watching it from?
on Netflix, like on the PS4 or the Xbox One app. When I'm trying to watch the highest quality thing, I don't see. It looks to me like a Blu-ray. I don't see fucking banding. I don't see what's the word we're always saying? With the squares and the fucking artifacting. Like it looks perfect. I never fully understood, like maybe it's certain shows, I don't know.
I mean, Planet Earth 2 definitely looks better on 4K Blu-ray than it does on Netflix.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Well,
But like the
you
Netflix
go.
app is better on the TV than it is on.
yeah, I mean, I guess,
PS4.
I don't know. I guess I should look at it again. But I tried that. I tried it for Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is still kind of a weird case because of just how it looked anyway.
different.
But yeah, I tried
There's
Xbox
no good
One.
HBO app.
I tried PS4. I tried Amazon Prime on both of them. I also tried just the TV app, and they all looked fairly similar. Amazon Prime always looked better anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I gotta look at it again.
The better comparison for you to do is like the fairest comparison would be watch a Netflix original show that is 4K HDR and watch it on your PS4 versus the native TV app.
Okay.
And also, I don't know what TV you have. I'm talking about the LG TVs. They're just the best processing for it.
Got it. I don't know.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
There it is.
He's Iron Man.
I have the P series, the Vizio P series.
The question is,
PU.
how good would all this 4K footage look on my 1080p Panasonic?
It looked real good
Plasma.
still. Still a dope TV.
Plasma.
Yeah.
I got to upgrade eventually.
You got that refresh rate, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the post show for the Kind of Funny podcast. We all have other stuff to do. Are you guys still doing Video Game Club today? Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect. Wow. Okay, then let's get out of the studio. I'll let you do that. Cool, Greg? Keep holding it down for me, all right? Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
My thumb.
Arriving.